Over the Road New Orleans is brought to you by Coin Trader Inc., Mind Your Money, and recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Yes, it's that time of year, folks. And All Over the Road, the podcast is going to be there. Because guess what? We're coming to your city, baby. This is the official All Over the Road bowl pick show. We're going to pick the bowl games all the way. And you're going to hear about the bowl games, who's playing in the bowl games. You're going to hear about who's announcing the bowl games, where you can watch the bowl games.
Where are they playing that championship at?
Yeah. You're going to hear all that stuff.
What time's kickoff?
You're going to hear all that stuff. You're going to hear who the announcers are. You're going to be able to, if you can't watch it, you're going to hear where you can listen to it.
Is it going to be Al Michaels?
Al Michaels don't do college no more.
I heard he got canned from the Super Bowl.
He's got the weekend off.
Or from the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the voices you hear are myself, the king of all podcasting, Victor Del Giorno, along with Ted Semper. He is in the Dutchtown studio location. We're in the Coin Trader Studios here in Lakeview, New Orleans. And, of course, back on, a big round of applause for Nicholas.
Wow, roaring applause.
They're excited.
Wow.
Nick is back. I mean, we had to have him on for this. We have a
gone
special guest.
way too long.
Yes.
I know. It's
Jeez.
nice. It's nice to be doing this with you guys.
Yeah.
He was opening up his Snickers bar because he knows he's not going anywhere for a while.
Yeah.
I remember
got
the time.
Unquenchable hunger.
Yeah. Remember the time we were at the Pelicans game, and what's her name? Nancy Lieberman, who was a great female basketball player. She was at the game, and I'm always talking to Nancy. And she had a Snickers bar.
Oh.
So, no, I had the Snickers bar. Was it I had the Snickers bar?
I think you had one.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin your story, but yeah, I think you had it. I
had the Snickers bar. And so I said, hey, Nancy, can you sign my Snickers bar? And she said, sure. And she signed it, gave me an autograph. And so, a couple quarters went by in the game, and I ate the Snickers bar. And she was sitting right next to me.
Wow.
And she's going, are you eating that Snickers bar? And I said, yeah, don't worry. I'll save the wrapper. I couldn't resist. I had to eat the Snickers bar.
He got hungry.
What is she? Is she a Falcons fan? What?
She's part of the Pelicans crew.
She should be part of like the broadcast, like the pregame or postgame wrap up, one of the two, and they would talk about the game or talk about the matchup. One of those things. I don't think she does it anymore, but Vic pointed that out to me, pointed her out, and I had to look her up. Yeah, she's got some stats.
She's a hot mess, and she's the most bow-legged woman you'll ever meet. I mean, she looks like she's been, breaking Broncos is what she looks like.
Yeah. A lot of good athletes have that build.
I know.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, that's good. I don't know, because your legs don't rub together.
I know some bow-legged dudes that are freak athletes. Yeah.
Yeah, bow-legged.
For speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know Teddy married a bow-legged woman.
Oh.
Shut up.
All right.
Shut up, Vic.
Teddy, we missed you last week with Luke. Luke,
I know,
by the way, who was on our last podcast, it was on had a big spread today in the USA Today.
Wow.
What?
USA Today.
Did we repost that?
Yes, I gave it to Ted to post.
Okay.
Oh, is that from USA Today? I just posted it. I didn't really know.
USA Today. Do they still have the paper you get, or is it all online now?
Wow.
I'm sure they still got like a print publication. I don't know if it comes out every single day.
I see them flying a lot. I don't see them reading USA Today's anymore.
Huh. I don't know.
I see them reading Harper's Bazaar before I see them reading. Got all my good comedy today. So we have a special guest that's supposed to be on. Hopefully he's not asleep, but he's a former New Orleans Saint.
Well, he's old, but he's not that old, is he? I mean,
he's about to turn 70.
I was looking at his.
Tell you that.
His what is it like? I guess it's like a Wikipedia page. Just to, we've had Rich on before. And I know you know him from like forever, but I don't. I've never really met him in person. But he is 69 years old. So yeah, you're right.
He's about to turn 70 though. It's getting close. It's getting close. And of course, his son Michael was All-American at Penn State and played for the Saints as well. But Rich was originally, first of all of his friends, real good friends, call him Richie. I just found this out.
Richie.
They call him Richie. So let's call him Richie tonight. He's Italian. We're going to call him Richie.
Yeah, he's a good Italian boy.
We're going to call him Richie Cutlets.
Richie Cutlets.
Richie Cutlets.
And, just like Tommy Cutlets.
And
Tommy two times.
But he was a lacrosse player is what he was.
Oh, wow.
He's in the lacrosse
for Penn
college,
State?
Lacrosse. Yeah, Penn State Hall of Fame. He's amazing lacrosse player.
That was big in the Northeast.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Rich. Unable to take a call right now.
Kidding me, Rich?
So if you'd be kind enough to leave a message, your number, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
That may be the most.
Great day. Thanks.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
I feel like
Rich, we're doing the podcast. We're doing the special pick show, the bowl game pick show, and you're not here, and we're recording. So please give us a call back at your earliest convenience. Okay.
So you were telling me Rich does a radio show. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he does. He's been doing this radio. He's been doing this radio show every week. He drives to Homa.
What?
Yeah, and he does the show with Mike Cotillier.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
On WWF.
I knew about it the whole time. In other words, we could have had Bobby Aber on anytime we want.
Yeah.
How long he's been doing this show for?
He's like for 2 years.
Rich
We
Mauti?
could have had him on 2 years ago.
I know. I just don't.
We could have been on WWF.
There's so
Sports
many
already.
things I forget about.
Well, why does he drive to Homa?
He just drives to Homa. I don't know.
That's where they do the show.
They go to some studio. It's a call-in thing, so it's live. So it's him, Cotillier, and Bobby, and then Joe Bob or Bobby Bob.
T-Bob.
T-Bob
Yeah.
is a T-Bob, the son.
Yeah.
They do this big show. They talk about college. They talk about pros and all that kind of stuff.
So T-Bob is on the ESPN station here in Baton Rouge.
Yes.
In the morning.
I think a couple shows.
Yeah.
He's a colorful fella. Of course, the last time I saw Bobby was when Daniel Strickland, who was a New Orleans captain, was being he was getting his captain's badge, and I was honored enough to be invited to put the badge on him, which I was flattered. And I was sitting right next to Bobby, and Bobby's son-in-law was being a captain.
Okay.
At the same time. So that's the last time I saw Bobby. We were chatting the whole bit, but I never even think about Bobby.
You both got the great honor of pinning somebody as a New Orleans.
No, he did not.
Oh, he was just there.
He did not. He was just there. I did. He did not. But
wow.
And of course, Bobby worked with my daddy on the pregame for the Saints for years.
And what about your brother? Was your brother? Did he know Bobby at all? Didn't he do a Saints show? Your brother?
I'm sure he did.
Your brother?
Oh, Bobby's done it all.
My Bobby. My Bobby.
Your Bobby's done it all.
He certainly has.
Your brother.
He even had a TV show. Do y'all remember that TV show?
Yes.
About the Saints.
Fanatics.
Fanatics or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Fanatics.
That was it was off the wall, to say the least.
So anyway, there's a lot of bowl games to pick, okay? And there's a lot of good games. And what it is they have these bowl games.
Yeah.
And then, the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl are playoff games. And then there's a national championship game on January the 8th. And I believe it's in Miami. Am I right? I'm not sure.
Which one?
The championship?
Yeah, January the 8th. Is that in
Let me look that up.
is that Jerry's place?
The championship is in Houston, Texas at Energy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So it's in Houston.
It's in Houston.
Well, that's a bone.
Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard.
So we're going to do our picks, and now who's going to keep track?
Who's playing in that game?
We don't know yet, but we're going to predict.
Yeah,
we're going
to prognosticate.
We're going to prognosticate.
Okay.
Oh gosh, this is the last year for only 4 teams.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah.
Is it 12 next year?
It's
6?
12 next year.
12.
It's 12 next year.
So over how many weekends would that be? 3 weekends or?
I guess you would start like right around mid-December, I would think, or early December. We'd be watching them now. And I don't know what that's
They're
going
not
to
going to take away any regular season games.
No, I think they will.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
I think they will. No, that's all coming out. That's all to be announced, and all they got. It's got some committee somewhere, just like they do with the U.S. Treasury. Yeah.
There's a committee for everything.
Yeah,
there's always a committee,
and all that. But Teddy, you're going to be proud of me because
a lot of money in committees.
Yes, committees are money committees. But the best thing we're going to do is we're going to tell you this, Teddy. I was telling Nick this in the green room. We're going to tell you where the bowl game is, when the bowl game is, where you can watch it, and who's going to be announcing it, and where you can hear it on the radio. We're going to give you all that stuff.
Wow.
And then we're going to make our picks.
Yeah, so I'm most interested in who's going to announce it. Actually,
well, I know.
Myself.
Believe it or not, a lot of these announcers I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, there's so many.
These bowl games.
I guess,
I mean, there's some really weird names here. We're going to go over that. We have a couple comments about the announcers. Some of them we know, some of them we don't. I pride myself on knowing the announcers, but I may not know some of these announcers.
Right.
real quick. I just have to say this before you can go on and before Rich joins us, and hopefully he will. I have really kind of made a turnaround with the Saints.
Oh, yeah?
I just came to the point where I needed to, just kind of forgive them and just support them no matter what.
If I sinned against you.
That's
what?
Sweet,
well, because they're just a bunch of kids, Ty Summers lives down the street.
Yeah.
And he's strolling his little baby boy, and his wife Sydney's pregnant. And I'm thinking, why am I mad at him? Why am I mad? He's not doing nothing. He's doing his best.
I think I got that realization maybe this season also with LSU football, because it's just been such a normal standard that the defense is always so special and the team is always so gritty, and we're squeaking out these 3-point wins, and you're always in contention. And then these last couple of years we haven't been, and this year we're scoring 45 points and losing football games. It felt weird. And then, realizing that Collage he was a kid as long as I've known him, and now he's going to be playing for LSU
Collage
Tigers.
Cobbins is going to change that defense next year.
Today's National Signing Day. It's official.
Yeah,
we're going to have there.
Vic, we can have in-depth close-up coverage on that.
Oh yeah, he's the fucking of course.
Remember a few weeks ago? Well, actually, maybe a couple months ago, we were talking about. I don't think Nick was there, but we were talking about Coach Prime. Right. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of, I was like, man, I don't like this guy. And
everybody was
he just rubbed me the wrong way. This was after the second or third game. And you said to me, Vic, Ted, it's all just entertainment.
It is.
And it made me think. It made me really think. It was profound what you said.
Really? Thank you.
Yeah, it was. And it's changed my whole outlook on sports. And it's just entertainment. I'm I should be entertained when I watch it, not upset or happy or glad or sad or depressed or whatever. Mad at my wife? I mean, it's just entertainment. It's just entertainment. So now when I watch the Saints, I'm just looking for entertainment. Just entertain me.
Yeah.
And, sometimes some games are more entertaining than others, right?
Yes.
And then if they win, that's good. But if they don't, I was still entertained. That's what counts.
That's good. Thank you.
Since you said that, Vic, really, really, really impressed on me.
Well, that really touches me.
Wow.
Deep
Can
inside.
you tell?
It touches me deep inside when you.
He's affected.
It's just entertainment, and so I would. And we were talking about college with Coach Prime. Of course, now that applies to professional too, right?
Yeah, I mean he's an entertainer. He's always been an entertainer. I mean his name's Prime, by the way. I mean,
he's the entertainment there.
Yeah.
So he's entertainment. Maybe I'll laugh when he talks. Maybe I'll, just frown or just whatever, but I'm entertained.
No, but the thing I did tell you is that you should cut him some grace because he's a man of God, and he is, and we need more guys like that.
He's a man of God.
He is.
Well, he says he is. Yeah. So I have to believe him.
I saw a guy in Houston wearing a T-shirt saying he was the Antichrist.
Oh, that's weird.
Wait, saying Coach Prime was Antichrist?
No. He said
just that the guy was
wearing a T-shirt.
Oh, he said I'm like.
And I told him, I don't know the Antichrist, but I know this. You're not him.
It's not you. I'm sorry.
I says to the guy, this is what I says.
I says to him,
I says,
you. Nope,
I know
not
you.
Sorry, you're the imposter.
So I says to him, is what I says to him.
This is what I says.
I don't know, but our friend Scott Walker, the Jefferson Parish councilman, who we, by the way, got elected.
Yeah,
we made that guy.
We made him.
He knows it. He knows it. I mean,
he was a hunk of clay when we got him.
Hey, I tell you this: I see him. He comes and he shakes my hand.
Best.
You remember that show we did, Nick? You remember that show?
We did it
at the restaurant when his dad was there. The Oldies King. What's his name? The Oldies King. He was there. He knows too. He knows.
We were like one of those Christian radio station share-a-thons. We were bringing in the money hand over fist.
Yeah.
Hand over fist. They were counting it right.
You know what I'm going to say? I want to say,
look, now they're building that bike path all the way down Bonneville.
All the bike paths are building.
God moved on that show. God moved on our audience. You go support him. And they still do. He's going, he's not done yet. He's going far. He's gone.
About Jefferson. I was going about something about Jefferson Parish. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh! The article came out today about the Metairie Village post office. Okay,
that's our post office.
That's the one you go to.
We do a lot of big business there.
Listen. Yeah. There's major.
We're keeping that place open.
There's major problems with the. And now I got to be careful today, these days with my teeth. So when I start to grandstand and talk to people, I got to be careful what I say. And there was this big article in online about the Metairie Village post office, how slow it is, and they just close the door. They go to lunch. They go in the back and take naps. You know, that used to be a prestigious job when you carried the mail.
You get like, it's like being a fire department or a police department. You get like a retirement. And,
you're set.
Yeah.
My grandfather was a mail carrier.
Yeah.
He was a mail carrier, and he dropped dead at 49. All that walking he did and smoking all the cigarettes.
It was different times.
In those days, they had a cigarette hanging out of their mouth.
He was probably going out in the snow.
Slow sleet, everything. Jeez. He's out in all of it.
So when they close for lunch, do they put a sign up?
They close for lunch. They got to take a pee. The sign goes up, and
then
they'll
be back in an hour or something.
You're at their mercy.
Yeah, and they've got 3 spots for people to work, but there's only one that works at a time. And not only that, but they only let 5 in the inner lobby. It's kind of like it's kind of like a man trap. They have the inner lobby. You've been there, Nick.
Yeah. And
then they have the outer lobby where the boxes are.
The P.O. boxes are out there. Yes.
Right. So there's only 5 in the inner lobby, and the rest go outside. So I know what's going on in there this time of year. Believe me.
Is this a Christmas time thing? Like this has been going? Okay. But
I went in there the other day. There was like 40 people in there. There was 5, and there's one guy there. It wasn't even one of the regular people. It was a sub.
Oh, that's
it's like
terrible,
a substitute teacher.
Well, they got to bring extra help.
They're going to get that guy hell. He's a substitute teacher.
I wonder if he qualifies for all those perks.
Specific.
Yeah, for retirement.
Like you bring those registered packages in, and if they don't know, like I don't know if they see them if we're not bringing them. Like I don't know who else is shipping registered mail.
You ever seen the commercial about the sloth? The sloth commercial.
No.
He's the sloth. He's like it's one of those dumb insurance commercials. You know, he's going real slow. Well, by the time it takes him to take the pencil from his ear to a piece of paper, that's like 15 seconds. That's how slow.
Yeah.
That's how they're moving in there.
But the positives and the negative. Anybody that listens will tell you the positives and the negative.
So what prompted
time under tension?
So anyway, I go in there and there's tons of people in there. I'm walking in there. I know better. I'm not standing in that line. I got nothing to stand on line for. And if I did, I'd go somewhere else. So I go in there, I check my box, and I go, people, can I have your attention, please? All right, can I have your attention? And you should have seen the looks on these people's faces. And you know what? What people wear at the post office is the same as what they wear on airplanes.
A lot of
slippers. Slippers, sweatpants.
Yeah, flannels. A lot of flannels.
They're not going to climb. Yeah. Nothing to where you're going to climb on the wing of a plane. There's no way you slide right off the wing of the plane. You can't stand on the wing of the plane with slippers.
No.
You got to have at least some Skechers or something like that. So they're all standing. I go, people, can I have your attention, please? Can I? And they're all looking at me. I go, let me tell you people something. This is not a full service post office. There's no full service here. This post office are the people that have boxes here. Okay. And then you want to buy stamps here? Come on in. You know, you want to check your post office box? Come on in. You know what I mean? You want to come in and just drop something, just drop some mail off in the little thing. You pull it out and you drop it in, or a package. You pull it out, drop it. Come on in. Okay. But you want to do something complex. You want to return something to Amazon? Forget about it.
Go to the UPS store.
Forget about it. So I said, listen, people. I said, they're all paying attention.
Yeah.
Because they're like the baby.
There's really nothing else to do while you're standing in line. So you did have their undivided attention.
Maybe this guy's got something, they're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got something. And so I said, so this is not a full service post office, blah, 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 blah. I said, all you got to do is go down the street to Johnson Street. Okay, now, when you go to Johnson Street, you got a guy, it's been there forever with the hair strips and the visor. Okay, you got that guy. You know that guy.
Yeah, the gold chain.
And then you got the guy, the gimpy guy, who is gimpy, and all of a sudden he's got like a ZZ Top beard.
And he'll tell you, have a great day.
He's a sweet guy. Sweet guy. And then you got another sloth lady. Okay, now there's at least 3 of them. Okay, and you're going to, so do yourself a favor. I said, go down to Johnson Street, and by the time
you're almost there.
You're almost there. You get to Johnson Street. By the time you're done at Johnson Street, you would not have reached the front of this line.
Yeah.
And then I told him this. if you really feel froggy. Feel froggy. Do you know that term, Teddy, feel froggy?
Well, I don't think I've heard it before. Feeling froggy.
You go to 17th Street, the Mecca. Yeah. 17th Street, over there by the old morning call across the street from Big Dick's.
Okay.
Big Dick's Sporting Goods.
Right.
Yes.
Right there on 17th Street.
Yeah.
You go there. Now that place is
not far from the Impastados.
Right there by Impastados. A lot of people park in that lot when they go to Impastados, and they get pissed. So you go in there. They got like 9-10 people. You get a passport there.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to know.
That's a full service post office.
I'm in the market for a passport.
Well, I got a better place than that for a passport. It's Walgreens.
Okay,
but anyway,
the DMV.
No,
Ted.
No, Ted.
Ted, this isn't Dutch. This isn't Prairieville, Ted.
This isn't Prairieville. We do it different here in Dutchtown, Prairieville.
You could actually go to your DMV.
Well, maybe
probably.
in Dutchtown.
Hey, we're the state capital.
That's what I'm saying. You probably can go to your DMV.
Dutchtown is the state
Anyways,
capital.
why are we spending so much time on the post office?
Okay,
it's
but anyway, I gotta finish the story.
Go ahead.
I gotta finish the story.
Finish it.
So you go to 17th Street.
He says to the crowd.
I says to the crowd. I says, okay, get their full attention. I said, you go down to the 17th Street. I said, that's the Mecca. There, you'd be in and out, and you'd be watching, Judge Judy in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Three's Company, something like that. But all the lawyer commercials, some might rear end you. Anything can happen. And you know what? 15 people of them. About 15 left.
And you jumped up and
about 15 people
in
left.
your place in line.
Yeah, they all left. They followed me out. They followed me.
Oh, you left too.
You're like the Pied
I was
Piper.
the Pied Piper of the post office. You ruined my punchline.
What prompted the article?
Okay.
What prompted the article about the post office?
This dude did the article, and another guy did it. Yeah. And it's on,
the people in the Old Metairie Happenings Facebook group are pissed about the post office right now.
Gotcha.
They are.
And at the coffee shop. Oh,
but they shouldn't be because it's not a full service post office, and I will defend those people. Although once Charlie retired, remember Charlie?
God, do I? Yeah.
Once Charlie,
I look forward to Charlie.
People listening all over the world, you don't know who these people are, but believe me, they're New Orleans people.
Yeah.
But I go in there all the time and I cause trouble. Like I go in there, I go, has there been any bloodshed today? That's the first thing I ask. And there hasn't been. And that's always good news.
And you're like, I have 8 registered packages today.
And then I'm at the end like going, hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Sorry. That's something on our computer that I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That means
do you ever let people
the brownies are ready. That just means the brownies are ready.
Yes.
The brownies are ready.
Well, do you ever let people cut in front of you in the line at the post office? Like if you have a bunch of packages, you know how at the grocery store, if you have a cart and one person has, one item, 2 items, you go ahead, you can go in front of me. You ever do that?
I'll limit it to one person though. Like if there's one lady behind me, then I'm like, yeah, you can go ahead. I've got a lot of things. Yeah. But I'm not going to let like 3 people go. Like that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. I'm already going to be there all day.
But if I'm driving through Popeyes, I'm giving nobody.
No way.
No. If I'm at Popeyes.
It's slow enough.
That's about it.
Well, no Rich Mauti yet? No?
Well, I'm going to try them again.
At the post office when the people just sigh. You hear the people sighing behind.
I'm going to give Rich one more chance. Yeah, they do. They do.
One more time.
One guy said, you know what? You can shove this place up here.
Really?
Bottom?
I mean, that's too much.
That's crazy.
That's a little too much.
Did you say something to him?
No. Not with these teeth. I don't talk to anybody.
You're right.
I don't back mouth. I don't back talk anybody. But basically with the Saints is they have a chance. They hold their destiny in their hands. Okay, the Saints. They hold their own destiny in their hands. They play a Thursday night game against the Rams. We may have this up by the time that is.
Yeah, this is a playoff environment type game. If you win this game, then you're for real.
But listen to this. Dennis Allen has never won 3 games in a row as a coach.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So then you got to hammer the Rams if you're a betting man.
Yeah.
So they've only won 1 in a row now, or is it 2?
No, 2. They got 2 in a row.
Hey, this is Rich.
Okay,
I'm able to take your call right now.
All right, Rich.
That's it for Rich.
Anyways,
Rich and Mauti, he was going to make some picks. If he calls back, we'll have him join the show in progress. Okay. Nick, hit the music.
Music, please. Hit it.
Hit it.
You gotta hit the music.
We're gonna pick all these bowl games.
Sorry.
Hey,
phone's kind of
ladies and gentlemen, you want to get your pens and pencils ready, or your pads, your notes, your app. All you people that do the FanDuel and do all this stuff.
I'm listening.
The DraftKings, you're gonna want to listen because I was tempted to have should we get Swami Guru on instead of Rich?
I was thinking that today too. So. I was going to.
You want to do that? I think he should get him on.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like that idea.
We definitely want to say that All Over the Road does not assume any responsibility for the outcome
Swami Guru,
for any bets that are placed.
Oh yeah, we
information that you hear on this podcast,
and we also tell people that when you're going to bet, we want you to
responsibly.
We bet responsibly.
Don't bet anything you're not willing to part with.
Yeah, I mean, you don't bet unless you're expected to lose. Okay. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let's see if we get.
Does betting always involve?
Enter your password, then press pound.
What?
Hold on.
That was Swami.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get. You want me to try to get Swami Guru on?
Yeah.
Please enter your password, then press pound.
Who is this guy? That's okay. This is all part of podcasting.
Please enter your password, then press pound.
Please enter your please.
You forgot your password.
Please.
That's the problem.
I beg of you. I beg of you.
Unfortunately, the system cannot process your entries. Please try again later. Goodbye.
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 Please enter your password.
Oh,
Here we go.
please.
Let's see if this works. Hello?
Hey, is this Swami Guru?
Is it Nicholas?
Wow, Swami, I haven't heard
It is
from
I,
you in
Swami
such a
Guru.
long time.
I know all things.
Hey, well, I have a question. Me and my friends were doing a sports.
Swami.
We're doing a sports show today, Swami.
I was wondering if you would call me on this because I do know a lot about college football.
We're gonna make some college football picks. We want to get your expert advice.
But my original was
Swami,
cricket.
I think your satellite phone's ringing.
It was cricket.
Wait, is that Rich?
I think it's Rich. Rich, are you there?
Rich?
All right, wait a minute.
I don't know. You're getting our lines are tied.
No.
We got Swami and Rich. Hey, this is Rich.
He's here. Rich is here. Rich, you there?
I missed it.
Are you there, Rich?
Did I miss your call earlier?
Yeah, you missed it. Rich and Marty, ladies and gentlemen.
Rich Marty, all right.
We were going to start the picking.
You're on.
You're on, baby.
You're on.
Live.
His name is Rich Marty. He used to wear number 84 for the New Orleans Saints. He was a wedge breaker, return kicker,
Do you know he wore number 83 as well?
No, he didn't. Did you?
No, that was Tinker.
That was Tinker
Well,
Owens.
then you better correct the Wikipedia page says Rich Marty was number 84 and 83.
No, 84. Did you wear 83 with the Redskins? With the Redskins?
84 with the Redskins.
What about over there at Penn State, where they tore down the statue and hit it with their shoe?
48.
Well, I'll put in for a
correction. Just the opposite.
Just the opposite.
Just the opposite.
Now, look, if you've been doing... Nick, hit the music. Hit the music again.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Can you hear the music, Rich?
What's that?
Can you hear the music?
Yeah.
Okay. This is our music. This is our college...
Is that what you're playing the Penn State Pick song?
Well,
Are you playing Saints?
I don't know. Which one is that?
I think this is Minnesota right now.
This is Minnesota.
Minnesota.
It's just like a top 25.
Well.
I like it.
It's just like top 25.
Yeah, I like it. Top 25 music.
Minnesota. Okay, this is the Big Bull Pick Show. The Big Bull Pick Show. Okay, ladies, okay. Yep. Announcer guys, please. Are you all ready? Here we go.
Yeah, we're ready.
Here we go.
Yep.
It's time now for the Big All Over the Road podcast. Pick Show. I'm Don Pardo speaking.
No, you're not. He's the announcer guy.
The announcer guy.
He's living.
Thinks he's
Don Pardo. Yeah.
He's not.
Anyways.
All right, Nick. I'm now Rich.
Yes.
Nick and Ted, I'm very prepared to be the moderator of this. Now, Nick, are you keeping track of the picks and who picks who?
Yeah, I just need a pen.
You need a pen or something? Here, there you got one right in front of you there.
I got a pen right here.
Okay. All right. We're going to start out on Thursday, December the 21st. That's tomorrow. That's where we're doing this taping. We're going to get the show up as soon as possible. Okay. Yeah. It is the Boca Raton Bowl.
Boca Raton.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's close.
Thank you.
Boca Raton Bowl. I know where they play that bowl.
In Boca Raton.
That's good. Yeah. Boca Raton.
Yes.
Florida.
Yes.
Florida.
Yes. It's a Boca Raton Bowl. It's South Florida, and one of my favorite teams, Syracuse, which was where I was born. Mm-hmm. It's at 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Play-by-play is by Matt Berry, Don Mullen is going to do the color, and Harry Lyles Jr. will be on the sideline. You can hear on ESPN Radio. Do you like all that, Nick? Rich, how I give you all that information?
Yeah, I'm just on overload right now.
It's a lot to handle.
We're giving the subscribers, listeners, followers, whatever you want to call them, all the information.
Yeah.
You want to watch it on TV? You want to stream it? You want to do it on the radio? We're telling you how you can do it. Okay.
And who's going to announce the game?
I just told you, Matt Berry.
Love Matt Berry.
I know.
And Dan
I'm
Mullen.
just saying, and we're giving you the information. Who's going to announce the game?
So who you got winning that game, Vic?
It's ESPN Radio. Well, I go last. I'm the host.
Okay.
I go last. So we're going to
start
go first
because my
No, you can't. You can't because you're not the expert.
No, I'm not.
sorry,
That's why
Teddy.
I thought I should go first, but okay.
No,
Ted, I want Ted to go first.
You want Ted to go first, Rich?
Yeah.
I'm not going to give. What do you think?
Rich doesn't probably care. Rich should go. Rich should go.
You can't multitask. You can't multitask.
It should be me, then Nick,
Someone has to go first.
I'm going to go first.
Other than me, I have to see the direction you guys are
going.
I want to pick Syracuse.
Okay.
I want to pick
Ted's
Syracuse.
going with Syracuse. Now we're just picking winners.
Yeah.
We're not doing point spreads or anything.
No,
we're just picking winners.
I like Syracuse.
And then if you can,
the orange.
Okay, so Teddy likes Syracuse. Okay, Mr. Mauti, All-American, NFL. Now, weren't you up for 1 year? Were you up for the Peyton, the Walter Payton Award? Were you up 1 year?
I actually finished third. I was in the top three. It was called the Wizard White Award.
See?
And then they changed it.
See? Wow. He would have had the uniform with the cape with the Batman on it.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I have one actually. In my, I do have a trophy. They gave us the top three. I think Rolf Bernerska won it the year that I was in.
He was a kicker.
He was a kicker, but he did a lot of great things.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what position you played.
Oh yeah, I know it's all about the community.
Yeah.
And of course, Rich still has the Rich Mauti Cancer Fund. We'll talk a little bit about the tennis tournament come up in March, and he's still in the community. He's Mr. Community. Yeah. All right, Rich, who do you like in that game between South Florida and the Cuse?
Well, I mean, it would be almost sacrilegious if I didn't pick Syracuse, but I think it's going to be a tough game for Syracuse.
You do?
I do, but I'm going to pick Syracuse anyway, just because it's probably the right thing to do on this podcast.
Okay. He's going with Syracuse, so we've got two Syracuses. Okay, Nick, you're next.
Not so fast.
Not so fast. Slow down.
There's going to be an argument.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I would also love to take Cuse, but since everybody's going to take Cuse, I gotta go with.
Okay, so you're in it to win it, and you're like doing an opposite,
like a pick show type.
It's an opposite thing. Okay,
mm-hmm.
All right.
Gosh, suspense. Who's Vic going to pick? Gosh, is he going to pick Syracuse, his hometown?
Wait. Where last year I fell down the stairs and broke a tooth. At the Notre Dame game, where I went suite hopping, and there's 50 million suites. There's only one concourse in the whole damn stadium and 5 bathrooms. I peed my pants 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to dive
up.
That
would be no reason to pick Syracuse. But
that's why I wore like a sweatsuit pant that you can't see when I pissed my pants. Okay. Anyway, all right. So here's the deal. Gadsden, the wide receiver, he is the guy that played with Marino, the wide receiver. Mm-hmm. It's up in the air whether or not he's going to play. If Gadsden plays, I'm all Cuse. If he doesn't, I think like Rich is right. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm going to go with Cuse.
You got to go Cuse
because all my family. My cousin Johnny and my Aunt Gina would kill me.
You'll never hear the end of it.
I mean, my cousin Gina. You know cousin Gina.
Yeah, I had her on the air.
She would kill me.
Yeah, right, she would. Okay, she would hear, and she listens every week.
All right.
The next one is the Gasparilla Bowl. I prefer to call it the Sarsaparilla Bowl because I love sarsaparillas. I do. I love them. Of
course.
I love them.
The full name is the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl.
Oh.
But nevertheless.
Thank you for that, Ted.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
And,
Rich, do you like a sarsaparilla?
It's not sarsaparilla. It's Gasparilla.
Pardon me?
Do you like a nice sarsaparilla?
Isn't that like a root beer?
Of course it's a root beer.
Yeah, of course. I love root beer.
Too. I do too. I do too. Okay. All right. So it's a Gasparilla Bowl.
We have a great root beer on our North Shore. The Beetle root beer is really good.
Yeah.
It's a very good root beer.
All right. For that one, I'm going to pick UCF.
Wait a minute.
I like UCF.
I got to set it up. You don't know yet. Let me set it up.
No, I already know.
It's Georgia Tech against UCF. It's at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Oh, that's right.
ESPN
Who's announcing?
The announcer is Wes Durham with Tim Hesselbeck. Okay, Tim. Who's got a smoking hot wife. He's got a smoking hot wife.
Did he win a Super Bowl?
No, that's the other one. That's Matt. That's Matt. No, Tim didn't win anything. Okay. Tim played in like 7-man leagues. I don't know. He was like semi-pro. Like, it's on the Bulls season radio network.
He's Matt's brother.
Okay. Yes. Okay, Teddy, who do you like?
I like UCF. I really do.
Like UCF.
I like UCF, yeah.
All right, UCF it is.
UCF. What's the C and the F stand for, by the way? University of
Central Florida.
Central Florida. Orlando.
I was always wondering about that.
The Orlando area.
UCF. Okay. Now, this is Rich,
I've been to UCF. I went to a baseball game. Remember I told you?
Okay, we know we have to.
UCS had some great years. Now, This is not one of their best years, but they're still a competitive team.
Big school.
They have the biggest enrollment of any school.
Big school, yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of people there.
Big school, but it doesn't matter how big you are anymore. It matters how much money you have to pay the players.
That's true. Yeah, no, the
landscape has wait a minute. Rich gets a laugh track on that one.
The landscape has changed. It's very interesting now with the transfer
portal
and being
some
able to leave in 1 year.
Yeah, you got the portal,
Yeah.
Shoot.
You're seeing some schools with a lot of money, a lot of alumni that wanted some smaller schools that are being real competitive. I mean, football's not like basketball. You get 1 or 2 basketball guys, and you can have a great team. Football, you need a little bit more help, but 2 or 3 key 5-star kids or ex-All-Americans, in their 5th year or 4th year, can make a big difference. And what they do is they draw other players to go when they make these. So these teams can get good pretty quick.
Yeah,
with the right picks.
And the coaches too. Like, what was it? A&M. I think they're paying 2 coaches currently, or there's several schools like that where the turnover is just so fast, where the alumni will buy out.
Jimbo's at
Jimbo. No, Jimbo's gone.
$70 million they paid.
Where's Jimbo now?
I think he just got paid to leave.
Really?
I think he's in the Caribbean. Is really smart.
Jeez,
unless I'm mistaken, I thought that's what happened.
Well, same with Ogeron. That guy's, talking to co-eds. Hey, look at these abs, baby.
Ogeron's in Florida enjoying himself. Why
wouldn't sign a coach for 5 years? You really, you can cut him after 2.
Well, who do you like, Rich?
You know what? I'm going to go. I just don't know as much about Georgia Tech. I'm going to go UCF just because of their history and tradition. But there's so many variables in these bowl games. Who's playing, who's not playing.
Exactly.
How these teams, when it's a month or so, and some of it sometimes even longer. By the end of the last game, and by the time they play some of these bowl games, you don't know how the kids react. A lot of things. The holidays here, the Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of distractions, so you just don't know who's going to show up. So it's. I don't know who's the favorite from the Vegas standpoint. Who's the favorite? Whose favorite is?
You know what? I didn't do any of that.
I'm looking at it right here.
We're a family show.
UCF is favored by 5.5.
5.5 UCF. Yeah. But they're at home though. They're playing in that stadium.
So you got to. I mean, you have to factor that into your evaluation only because they have just gobs and gobs of information they pour on these computers, and they're pretty close when it comes to that. Not all the time, obviously, but anyway, UCF is. I'm gonna pick them just based on their history and tradition, and they've been good.
Rich Marty, Saint Hall of Famer, picks UCF. Okay.
Yep.
Now you notice how when Rich is doing his thing, guys, he's a lot more knowledgeable than us. He says things that we don't say. I talk about falling down the stairs, and I talk about falling down the stairs and peeing my pants, and he's talking football.
Well,
that's
one of us is.
Yeah,
that's why he's on the show.
I think that's for another show, Victor. your issue we can't get in one show.
Ask my therapist. All right, now, okay, so now Nick is up next. Nick, what happened to the music?
Let's see.
Is it you can't?
It's just an ad. It's just a long ad.
I like the music.
I don't know on YouTube Premium.
Jeez, I'm not here.
I'm going to take the Yellow Jackets. Just because I don't know if they're still running the triple option, but I just like that style of offense. And I just, when I think about them, I think about that. And
you like all the personnel packages.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you do. Okay. Well, this one's an easy one. This one's an easy one for me. Yep. I'm picking this game the way that my wife would probably pick it. And that is UCF stands for You Can't Fart. And I haven't farted in 3 weeks. I don't know what it is. And I think it's something that people should do daily. But I haven't been able to squeak one out in about 3 weeks. No, I'm going UCF.
Okay.
UCF on that one. Okay. Saturday.
Yep.
How are we doing so far, Rich? Are you enjoying
I didn't think about that reasoning, but I'll go with it.
Are you enjoying yourself? You enjoying yourself so far?
Such a long way to go.
Concerned away. Okay. Rich, you could probably get Bobby Aber on our show, couldn't you?
Bobby's very busy during the season. He and Mike Detillier, they are 24/7 during the season. They do shows all over the country.
I want Bobby.
So I guess that's a no.
Well, I know, but they do things together. They're a 1-2 punch.
You can't tell them.
They do. It's incredible the schedule that they have during the season. They're on the phone.
We'll wait till off season.
Yeah, in the off season,
Like after the
off season, it might.
Yeah, you tell him I'm Bobby.
I don't know what his hobbies are, but
you tell Bobby.
You can talk about pitching or something.
Yeah, you told Bobby I'm Bobby's boy. That's all. That's all you tell him. Do I tell you how to
send me a text after Christmas? And
Richie. Do I tell you how to do everything? Okay. The next game is Saturday, December the 23rd. It is the Birmingham Bowl. It's Troy versus Duke. Okay, Troy versus Duke. I have no information where that game could be seen or heard.
Oh, I was waiting to hear. I wanted to know who the announcer.
It was not available.
It's on ABC.
It's on ABC, and it's in Birmingham.
It's on ABC.
It's in Birmingham.
It's in Birmingham.
And what's the spread on that one?
You're looking at Troy is the favorite, 7.5 point favorite.
Over 7.5.
Over Duke.
And for good reason. Yeah,
Duke has been good this year.
Duke didn't have a coach. They have a new coach.
Exactly. Yeah, the coach left. You're
right.
right.
I'm going with Troy, everybody. I'm picking Troy.
Teddy's jumping right in.
I think the kids are going to be. It's going to be tough to get everybody in the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
the new coach and everyone's scrambling.
I just got a tip for you all when it comes to Troy.
What?
They're the Trojans.
They won 11 games this year.
They're the Trojans, and from what I understand, their defense is kind of thin. They're the Trojans, and their defense is thin.
Yeah.
And you don't even know they're there. Let's put it that way. Does that help you, Rich? Does that help me make you pick?
No, I've already made my choice. Troy would be my choice.
He's going with Troy.
Yeah, I'm going with Troy for obvious reasons.
Well,
Duke's got a lot of getting together.
Well, Duke's going to put it together in this game, and Duke's going to win that football game. I'm going Duke. I'm going Duke.
You're going with
I'm
Duke.
also going Troy.
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope to see an underdog win.
Coach K is coaching that game, I think.
They're
bringing in Coach
K.
K.
A better chance with their basketball.
No, actually, you know who the new coach at Duke is? Is the defensive coordinator, ex-defensive coordinator at Penn State, Manny Diaz.
Oh, Manny Diaz,
coach at Duke.
Manny Diaz.
We lost him at Penn State, and he went to Duke. He had a number of.
He's a good coach. Did Michael play for Manny? Did Michael play for Manny?
No.
Okay.
No, he was not there when he was there. But
okay.
They do know each other. But I think he'll do well down there.
Michael's coaching high school football.
Sorry to see him leave Penn State, because he's been great there.
Yeah, and just one question. I hate to bring this up, but with the Penn State and the Paterno statue, when they tore the statue down, did you see any people hitting it with their shoes? Did you see any of that?
All right, what's the next game?
Okay, here's the next game. No problem. This man is a man I love, and we love each other. And I don't know if this may be the worst thing we've ever done for our relationship. Okay. Saturday, it's the same day. Saturday, December the 23rd.
This one's in Montgomery.
It's in Montgomery, the state of Alabama.
Yeah,
which
is where Troy is from.
Where the Trojans are from, where their defense is thin. You don't even know they're there.
Okay.
It's Arkansas State and the Salukis. The Salukis from Northern Illinois. It's on ESPN Plus, and Courtney Lyle is doing the game. Have you noticed how all the female play-by-play announcers sound like they're the same lady? Is that me?
Yeah, no.
They're doing a broadcast voice.
Yeah. But they have the same tone of voice.
Yeah.
They all sound like the original lady.
Yep.
Who's not bad. I don't know. How do you feel about the female play-by-play people, Rich?
Well, I don't have an issue with that. I have more of an issue with mixed, what do you call them? I don't know what to call them now. Mixed genders, mixed whatever. In the locker room. I don't know. In the locker room.
I know what he's trying to say. He has a problem with men playing women's sports. You know what? That's what he's trying to say.
I don't think anybody needs to be in the locker room.
Rich, you're going to send Ted into a frenzy.
Or whatever.
Yeah. I like this guy, Rich. He gets right to the point.
But as an announcer, I think they do a great job.
As an announcer?
Hey, good night, everybody.
You can call a game. I don't care. I don't care what you look like.
We got some nice party. We got some nice partying gifts for you backstage. Okay.
I wonder if there's any men who are imposed or who are acting as women, who are doing women's sports, who are doing locker room coverage.
You know what, though? They never win, though. They don't win. In the very end, they don't win.
All right, on this
probably
one,
don't need to have to go that deep.
Yeah, so Arkansas State's 3.5.
I didn't pick my. I didn't say my pick.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
I'm sorry, Nick. I'm first.
What's your pick, Teddy?
Nick? Arkansas State.
Arkansas State.
Yeah, not the Salukis.
Well, I'm.
What is a Saluki? Do we know?
It's some kind of like a wolf dog.
It's a dog.
Is it really?
It's a dog. Yeah.
Right.
Over you get them.
It's a husky.
You can get the platter
husky.
over. You can get the platter over Peking Plaza. The Saluki platter.
Yeah.
Saluki platter.
Saluki house. Yeah.
How does the Saluki come?
Anyway,
Anyway,
Rich knows the Saluki offense. It's the old T formation. The Salukis run
The wing tee?
the
Rich.
George Hallis.
Rich knows
deal.
a lot. He knows a lot.
Rich.
Saluki
Yeah,
offense?
I'm listening. Is it my turn?
It's your
Yeah,
turn.
it's your turn, Rich.
Arkansas
I
State.
got lost in the locker room for a minute. Where am I? It's my turn to pick.
Yes.
Okay, so in the bowl games, it's always upset.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know which ones will be, but I'm going to pick an upset. This one, I'm going to go Northern Illinois.
In Illinois. There he goes. He's a homeboy. Oh boy, well,
So
I
that's gonna be my upset pick. One of my upset picks.
I've spent a little time in Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
Because it was right by the Wisconsin border, and of course, the drinking age was 18 there when I was a teenager, and they had a great bowling alley. and I gotta go. I gotta go with. I'm going with the Salukis.
Okay.
On that one. Lot of games on the 28th of December. You could spend your whole day freaking out on it. They're all classics. Okay.
Next
now we've got the Armed Forces Bowl, James Madison versus Air Force. Remember, James Madison, actually, College Game Day went and did a deal at James Madison this year. They're undefeated. They're one of the
they lost to App State in that game.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Thank you.
Yeah, if they would have won, they would have probably, had a bid for the Final Four.
And they're taking on Air Force, where my daddy served and got a dishonorable discharge.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Well, now you do. Now you do. It's
a whole different way now.
Sorry, Rich. It was at 3:30 Eastern. It's on ABC and ESPN Plus. The play-by-play is being done by Anish Shroff and Andre Ware, former Heisman Trophy winner. I've never heard of Amish.
Is that a woman or a man?
No, it's a man. Anish.
Okay.
Anish. I had a tech guy named Anish once. Yeah, my tech guy.
Utah State's a 2.5 point favorite.
Very good job for you.
Hey, man, listen to Nick. Nick, what was that one now, buddy?
Utah State is favored by 2.5.
But Utah State we're in the Armed Forces Bowl. You're the wrong bowl.
We skipped the wrong. We skipped and I'm going, by the way, I'm going with James Madison. Okay, James Madison.
Okay, Teddy's going with JM.
Go ahead,
JMU.
JMU.
Take it, Nick.
JMU. What is that?
That's adding
a commercial or something.
Well, we got to keep the music going here. All right, Rich. Now, Rich, you were very good friends. Okay, with Stan Brock, who was your teammate, right?
Right.
And he coached in that league. I'm sure you talked.
He coached at
Army.
West Point.
At West Point, yeah.
At Army.
I'm sure you've talked to Stan about this game.
I have two brother-in-laws that are West Point graduates, so you know where I'm going to be leaning. Go ahead.
There you go. So you have inside information here. I know you talked to Stan today. You're doing the show, and you're saying, I'm doing the show with Del Giorno. I got to know my stuff.
Stan, some show prep.
Talk to me.
So what does Stan know about Air Force and James Madison?
JMU is favored by 1.5.
Yeah, JMU is.
Well, I'm going Air Force.
Air Force.
Yeah, that's.
I think their defense is going to carry them.
Oh, by the way, on radio, it's on the Bowl Season Radio Network, who I never heard of. That's something new.
That's a new one.
Okay, Nick, what do you? Nick, I think you're going JMU.
I'm going with JMU. Yeah,
you're going JMU.
With the Dukes.
Well, I'm going to be with Rick on this. I'm going Air Force. Air Force.
All right.
I like the service academies. And that was, of course, my dad served in the Air Force.
My cousin's in the Air Force.
Yeah. And he got dishonorable discharge. Anyway, the next, that's true, Rich. That's true.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
a great story.
True.
It's a great story. But he was on the radio there, and he was the first guy. You know the movie that came out, Good Morning Vietnam, with Robin Williams?
Right.
Well, he was like, Good Morning Istanbul.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, he was on an Istanbul, and it's a similar story.
Similar, huh?
All right, here's my favorite. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl. All right, it's Georgia State versus Utah State. It's at 3:30 Eastern, ESPN Plus. Chris Kater is doing the play-by-play with Mark Zerlich, and it's on ESPN Radio.
Interesting.
Okay.
Is this a new bowl game? I've never heard of it.
No.
Okay, never heard of it.
So they just changed the names. It's probably a bowl that's been going on. It's probably called the.
Well, I'm going to pick.
No, it wouldn't be the Sugar Bowl.
No, it was always the Idaho Potato Bowl. Now it's the famous Idaho.
Famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yeah, because of the famous. Dude, you ever been to Five Guys? They got all the Idaho potatoes right there.
Yeah.
Right by the tables. You pick out your potato, and they fry it for you. That's the Five Guys.
All right, Vic, I'm going to pick Georgia State. Georgia State
for Teddy. All right.
Yeah.
I like that pick. It's a good pick. What's the spread on that one, Nikki?
You're looking at Utah State favored by 2.5. Over under at 59.5. They're going to score some points in this game.
They're expecting some points and some cold weather.
Yeah, it's going to be a high scoring game. There's no question about that. Anytime you get that situation, it's almost a coin toss.
I'm rooting for the points.
You're going to take the points and go with Georgia State? Or you're going to give the points and go with Utah?
I'm gonna go Georgia State.
Well, you're going out of order.
Yeah,
you knucklehead.
Well,
go ahead.
My friend Rich asked.
I know you're talking to Rich.
I was just talking to Rich.
I know you talk to Rich. You talk to Rich. So you're going with you. So Nick, you're going with.
I'm going with Georgia State.
Georgia State. You too, Richie.
I am Georgia State. I'm going to go with Georgia State too. I think that's another one that could go either way, but I'm going to do Georgia State. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
if they can keep up the score, that's going to be the big thing.
Yeah.
Now the losers have to wear a Del Giorno football T-shirt around for a week. Okay.
You've already made that prearranged?
Yes.
What do you mean the losers?
The losers.
All
three losers.
They need to know that ahead of the game because that could be
all three losers.
And look, I'm afraid to say that they are all mediums. Do your best.
Vic,
do your best.
That's Vic's size.
Not good.
That's my size.
Yeah.
Do your best.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now here, this I believe is a new bowl. It's called this.
Did you make your pick?
Yeah, I went with Utah State.
I'm sorry.
Utah State. Yeah.
Okay.
And now here's the 68 Ventures Bowl. I don't know if this is misprint. It should be Dentures, or is it Ventures? Is this
some kind of travel?
It is.
I think.
Okay, 68 Ventures. I don't know what 68 means, but it's 68 Ventures. It's South Alabama and Eastern Michigan, 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus, and it's on the Westwood One radio network. Believe it or not,
Westwood One,
which I cannot believe.
It's not even on TV.
Yeah, I just saw it's on ESPN.
You said Westwood One radio.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so this game's played in Mobile, so it's got to be South Alabama. That's my pick. South Alabama, big win. Big win.
I think we all agree. I think we all agree on that one.
Yeah, Vegas has them as a 17-point favorite, so they're expecting to beat them back.
Yeah, South Alabama was the team
game for them.
Well, that was the team that gave Alabama a game for a while, didn't they?
I don't remember.
Yeah. They did.
I don't know.
Or Georgia. They gave somebody a game for like a half. Okay. We're still in the 20.
Are we in unison on that?
Yeah, we're all unison on that. We're all unison on that one. There's just no. Okay. Also, now that same day, is it the same day? It's the 20. Whatever. You got the Las Vegas Bowl. Okay, in Las Vegas, it's Utah.
It's the SRS distribution.
Las Vegas Bowl. Yes.
Which, by the way, I think SRS distribution is located here in Baton Rouge.
Are they really?
I think I could be wrong, but if it's the same one,
I don't know.
Well, you better be right this time.
Look it up. Okay. Well, who's announcing this game, Vic?
That one is at 7:30 Eastern on the ABC TV network. Yeah, ESPN Press. Sean McDonough, who's been kicked out of he's been kicked out of Notre Dame games, the Monday night booth, the Sunday night booth. He's been kicked out of all the booths, but he's doing that game with Greg McElroy. Is he the guy that had the girlfriend where, what's his name? Brett Musburger got fired?
I have no idea about that.
Remember? Yeah, come on. Oh, man. The girlfriend? You're not commenting?
That was A.J. McCarron.
Oh, it is McCarron. I'm sorry. All right. And Sean McDonough.
My, oh, my.
Oh, my, oh, my. All you young boys in Alabama ought to head in the backyard and play catch with old daddy. You remember doing that, Rich, huh?
No.
Okay. All right. This one to me is an easy one. Okay. Utah, Northwestern. Northwestern was abysmal. I don't know how they got a bowl game. They must have been, I don't know what happened.
Thanks for the tip there, Vic. I'm picking Utah. All the way. Utah, all
Vegas
the way.
has got Utah 6.5.
Utes are 6.5 point favorites. You like one in that one, Rich?
Yeah, the Utes. I would go with the Utes as well.
Are we all Utes?
Yeah, we're
Just
all
experience.
Yeah,
a little more experience in that
We're all Utes.
post-game
Northwestern,
stuff.
that's Chicago, though, right?
Yeah, sure.
Just north side of
You got,
Chicago.
let me tell you how this works.
Yeah.
You got your Evanston, where Northwestern is. Then you got your Skokie.
Skokie.
You got your Skokie.
It's a Polish community.
Skokie. It's not a Polish community.
Yeah, it is.
It's a Jewish community.
No, it's not.
It's not a Polish community.
No,
yes, it is.
Skokie.
Skokies were the Nazis went and marched.
Well, that's true, too.
No, every neighborhood in Chicago is Polish. But anyway, you go there, and there's this place. Ricky, listen to me. Barneman and Bagel. And you can get a Reuben, knock your socks off. Knock your socks off there. Really. Okay, but we're all unison with Utah.
Yeah.
All right, now we got the Hawaii Bowl, which is Coastal Carolina and San Jose State. It's one of those late ones, 9:30 our time, 10:30 Eastern. It's John Schifrin and Orlando Franklin on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN Radio. Okay. What are you thinking about that one, Teddy? This is you. I know how you feel about Coastal.
I'm looking at this one real closely. I don't know. I'm thinking about San Jose State.
San Jose State.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs.
You call them the Bulldogs?
They're the Bulldogs.
Okay, that's my pick.
The Bulldogs.
San Jose State's the Spartans.
Are they?
Yeah.
Fresno State's the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Fresno State is the Bulldogs, yes.
Rich, are you appalled at this so far?
The question is, who's Coastal Carolina? What's their name?
They're the Chanticleers.
I love Nick. I knew Nick would know.
Well, I'm looking at it.
Okay,
he's looking at it.
Yeah.
Wait, can I have complete silence right now? Rich, what are you thinking? Rich, what are you thinking? What are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking probably San Jose State.
Nice.
Although you know that Coastal Carolina is getting a transfer.
That's comforting.
Oh, really?
Hey,
That's comforting.
Are we keeping you up?
Yeah. This has been, it's been educational to a point, non-football related educational. We talked about Victor farting or not farting.
Yeah.
And, these things are just important facts and figures that we need to have making these evaluations and picking these bowl games. But go ahead. So I'm a San Jose State. I know they're the favorite, but Coastal Carolina again, another one of those teams that had some success, but they're not going to have it in the bowl.
Yeah, we're all going San Jose State, aren't we?
The Chanticleers.
Yeah, Vegas has got them at a 10-point favorite.
Yeah,
too,
Coastal
so.
Carolina is a baseball school.
What is
they're
it?
very good. And they're very good.
What is the Chanticleer? What is it?
It's some kind of like a rooster-looking thing.
You looked that up too?
It's like one of those. It's some kind of
like a gamecock, like a rooster, like a battle.
He's absolutely
chicken.
right. That's good.
like a gamecock. Yeah.
Nick, glad you looked that up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tuesday, December the 26th is the Quick Lane Bowl between Bowling Green and Minnesota. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern, ESPN Plus. It's got Connor Onion and Dustin Fox.
In Detroit, Michigan.
In Detroit.
The Big D.
And the Bowl Season Radio Network. Teddy. You got your
I
Bowling Green. You got your BG. Do you know where Bowling Green is, Teddy?
Yeah, Bowling Green. Well, there's two. There's one in Ohio, and there's one in, what's the other one? Kentucky.
Is it Ohio?
Yeah.
There's two?
There's two.
Rich, are there two? Well, that's great.
But I don't know which one this one is. I don't know which Bowling Green.
Are there two Bowling Greens?
Yeah. So I'm going Minnesota.
Yeah, they're the
All
favorite.
way,
At
Minnesota.
He's going
Big
Minnesota.
Ten, baby.
We already
Big
played
Ten.
the fight song. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you done, Ted?
Yeah, I'm done.
You done, Ted?
Oh, I'm done. Take it away, Nick.
Sure. I want to make sure. No, it's Rich's turn. Now, Rich, are there two Bowling Greens?
All right, Rich.
I believe there are, but I can't vouch for that.
Okay.
Questions
I
everything
have
I
to look
say.
it up.
Every time I say something, questions.
I'm saying total BS on that. Bowling Green's in Ohio. It's that
There's a
simple.
Bowling Green, Kentucky. Home of Christian Family Radio. By the way.
Well, that might be like a Pop
All
Warner
right,
team.
don't worry
They may have
about
a Pop Warner team or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going with who, Rich?
You know what? I'm gonna go Well, I'm going to do a little upset here. I'll go with Bowling.
Nice.
Just because we can't figure out whether there's 1, 2, or 3 of them. So that's pretty good odds.
Yeah,
I think
gotta be one of them
playing against Minnesota.
I think you're doing it because you're a bowler. I've heard.
There you go.
Heard you're a bowler. You got that Earl Anthony hook. And what's it with today with the two-handed bowlers? To me, that's cheating. Yeah, they do 2 hands now.
No way.
Yes, they do. The PBA. Rich, you've seen them, the 2-hand bowlers, haven't you?
Yeah, we just.
I said, Rich.
Oh.
Yeah, Rich, go ahead.
Getting lost in the shuffle here.
Have you seen the 2-handed bowlers?
No, I haven't. Bowling. I don't get. What channel is that on? I don't
know. You haven't watched it. You haven't watched any bowling since Chris Schenkel.
I'm not a bowling.
Yeah, Chris Schenkel.
I used to bowl. I bowled in the league.
That's what I mean. That's why I thought you'd go Bowling Green, but you're going.
Yeah, but I've never. That's been off of my.
So is that why you're picking? But you are picking Bowling Green here.
He said. Yeah. He said he
okay.
was.
Well, I'm
Get some good nights
Green,
out on the lane.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Nick. You're next. What's the spread?
It's 3.5 from Minnesota. I'm gonna take Minnesota. I'm going with the Gophers.
Well, I'm Big
in
Ten.
Detroit, Michigan. I'm going Gophers.
Come on. Okay. I'm Big Ten through and through. I bleed Big Ten. Bleed it. I'm all Minnesota on that one. Minnesota.
Big Ten.
Minnesota by 3 touchdowns.
That's right.
Minnesota by 3 touchdowns. It's a
Are
good
they
thing
still going to be the Big Ten with more than 10 teams? Or
yes, they're going to be the Big 20. How many teams do you think they're going to have in there next year?
That's going to be the Big 20. You're right.
Yeah, the Big 20.
Is that what
it's going to end up being the Big 40.
Yeah.
Because there'll be 2 leagues.
It's just 2 divisions now. Yeah.
Big 10 times 2.
Then the SEC just signed like a $300 million TV contract too. So they'll go there. And the Big 10 pays out pretty good.
No, it's going to be the greasers, the greaser conference. Okay, the softs conference, the biker conference. Okay, and the soccer mom conference. Those are going to be the 4 conferences.
I don't know. It'll be. I'll tell you what. It's not going to look like it looks like today. It'll be a whole lot different.
I'm going Minnesota too.
A few years, yeah.
Okay, the First Responder Bowl, which sounds like a very. But is there more to this title than First Responder?
It's called Serve Pro. First Responder.
Serve Pro. Yeah.
Serve Pro.
And where's that game at, Teddy?
You put me on the spot there. It's in Dallas, actually.
It's in Dallas. Okay, yeah, so Dallas. kind of a home game for both of them. It's Texas versus Rice. Texas State. I'm sorry. Texas State versus Rice. 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central. ESPN Plus. It's Dave Neal and Aaron Murray. Bowl Season Radio Network. Who do you like there, Theodore?
I get to go first. All right, great. I like
Ted. Hello, you've been going first.
Okay, thanks. I really like Texas State because I just do. I like Texas State.
You know.
Don't ask me why. I just like Texas State.
You know. I love when people talk about Ted all the time.
Yeah, sure.
They'll be love Ted. Ted this. But what made you? Want to do something with that? I've known Ted forever. We've done shows together forever, but it's always good to have a real old guy on the show.
Got to balance it out.
Yeah, a real old guy.
Well, you want an old school perspective.
He still has one of those bag phones. He still has a bag phone.
It works, too.
All right, Richie. It's the big game. It's Texas State versus Rice. By the way, the first Super Bowl was played at Rice.
No way. Wow.
Yeah.
At Rice Stadium?
At Rice Stadium.
Jeez.
Yes.
That's in Houston, isn't it? Right?
It's in Houston, yes.
What year was that?
Oh, I don't know, 60, something like that. Yeah, it's right in the middle of the Montrose.
62. Yeah.
They call it the Montrose. So, who do you like in that one, Ricky?
I think I have to go with Texas State too.
Texas State. I know nothing about them. What's the spread in this one?
They're favored by 5.5.
Okay.
My cousins went there, so I got to pick them.
Okay, Nick's going with Texas State. Well,
that's why I'm picking them too, because your cousins went.
That's right. We talked about that.
I am going to go with Rice because even if we go to a place that doesn't serve rice, my wife Martha always wants a side of rice. I'm sorry, ma'am.
And that's a good enough reason for you.
Yeah. That's the reason to pick. Who can I ask a question? Who's TJ?
I'm sorry, ma'am. This is
TJ Finley, who was former LSU quarterback. Who's he play for? One of these teams, Texas State or Rice?
I don't remember him. TJ Finley.
I don't know. Oh, he's on one of the teams, so I don't know. Thought y'all.
We're getting close.
You guys would know, but okay.
Okay, here it is, the guaranteed high rate bowl. Okay, it's got Kansas and UNLV. It's at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, ESPN Plus. It's Beth Mowins and Kirk Morrison, who, by the way, I like. Former Raider, Kirk Morrison. So, Teddy, now that ball, I believe, that game, I believe, is being played. Is that in Arizona?
This is in Phoenix.
It's in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah,
Phoenix, Arizona.
Right. And I'm a huge, I don't know if you knew this, Vic, but I'm a huge Jayhawk fan. So I am picking Kansas all the way, baby.
Go Hawks.
Mm-hmm. Well, they say in Kansas that Jayhawk is a bird, but that's not what they are. A Jayhawk were people that used to rustle cattle. That was the original Jayhawk in Kansas. They were cattle rustlers. Wow. Yeah, they weren't good people. Mm-hmm. They weren't good people. You knew that, didn't you, Rich? You knew that.
Yep.
You did.
Yep.
You know what? I
got my research team right here. My AI.
He's learning a lot, but that he already knew.
If I can't figure it out, then we'll just make it up.
He can confirm.
You know what? I got a feeling I'm really going to pay for this. I really have a feeling when it comes to Rich, because I still don't want him getting his hands on me. That's what.
Rich. The good news is, Rich, I think we're halfway through.
We are almost.
Well, yeah, I think we might pick up the pace a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, we're picking it up.
We're picking it up. Okay. Rich, we were on for 20 minutes before we got you on.
All right, we're all on Kansas.
Well, I was late. I missed the call, so that's my bad. We all should have been in bed by now. But
that's the kind of teammate we're looking for.
I think we all just kind of catching up and talking.
We're all on Kansas, right? Are we all in Kansas?
I think Vegas is on Kansas by 12 and a half, so I think we're all on.
Yeah, Kansas is the winner there. I don't think that's.
Yeah.
Look at the next one. Rich is going to be all over this next one. Look, Military Bowl.
It's the Military Bowl.
Presented
it's VTech, Virginia Tech against our Tulane Greenies. 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, ESPN Plus. It's Jay Alter and Renee and Gagolia. Bowl season radio. They got the crappy radio network, but I'm
a Green Wave fan. I'm a Green Wave fan. But were you done, Vic? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Go ahead. You are, but the coach is not there.
Yep.
It's always disruptive to the players. Now one of two things: they either rally around and they come out and play phenomenal, or they just don't show up.
Didn't he say last year he was never leaving? But didn't he say last year he was never leaving?
Where'd he go?
He did say that.
But 3 or 4, $6 million contract would change your mind pretty quick. He was only making $3, I think, at Tulane.
Where's he going?
So, oh God, I knew you'd ask me that.
It's a bigger job, right? No,
a better school.
Somewhere else.
Now. I can't remember.
But
a better.
So the Tulane star quarterback is not playing, right? He's not playing in the game. So I'm going Virginia Tech.
He went in conference. He went to the Houston Cougars.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Oh, that hurts.
Well, they start bailing when the coach leaves, and it's then you got to regroup.
Tulane was brought down to earth when they played a real team last week. They haven't played anybody all year. This is a no-brainer. It's Virginia Tech. We're all on that.
Yeah, I hate to say that. As much as I love it. I love what he did there. And
Me too.
That's good stuff.
Great story.
You're right. It would be tough for them to win this
Now
one.
we got the Duke's Mayo Bowl, which, by the way, I've had Duke's Mayo, and I'm not fond of it. I can just say that. I'm a blue plate guy, right over there on Jeff Davis. It's not Jeff Davis anymore. It's somebody else. But that's what they make. They make it over there. It's 5 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Central on ESPN Plus. It's Matt Berry and Dan Mullen on the ESPN Radio Network. Now, North Carolina and West Virginia. North Carolina, very good football team this year. We got a good coach. He's not going anywhere because he can't. It takes him an hour and a half to walk 3 steps. Where's he going?
I don't know.
They
may be good, but I don't really.
West Virginia favored by 6.5.
Yeah, I don't think they're good enough, Vic, to beat West Virginia. So West Virginia's my pick.
Okay. How about you, Rich?
You asking me?
Yeah.
You know what? I have a thing for North Carolina.
I do too.
It might be a stupid pick or a long shot, but I'm gonna take the upset here and go with North Carolina.
They're expecting some points, 54 and
That's
a half
good pick.
over.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, it's a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of points on the high end.
Yep.
6.5, a touchdown. I mean, in these games, if Carolina's ready to play, I don't know. That could be a stretch, but I'm going to pick North Carolina anyway, just because I like
I'm with
North Carolina.
And you're West Virginia? You're going West Virginia?
Yeah, I'm West Virginia, but go points. Always go points.
What do you say, Vic?
I'm definitely going North Carolina. Okay. I love Mac Brown. His time spent at Tulane. He was a perfect citizen. He did not lay one finger on a co-ed. And let me tell you something. I admire him.
Hey, that's an admirable thing to have.
Good boy.
Your criteria is a little sketchy.
Well, my criteria is what it is, but I guarantee you when this is over, I'm going to win this thing. I can promise you that. I'm going to win this thing.
All right.
Okay, Holiday Bowl.
That's why they play the game.
That's why we go. Hey. Okay. Louisville and USC in the Holiday Bowl. It's on Fox, and Fox don't have a lot of these bowl games, but it's Louisville versus USC at the Holiday Bowl. Isn't that one down in another one in Arizona?
It's in San Diego.
Yeah, this one's in San Diego.
Oh, San Diego. Well, they need a game there.
It's a Wednesday night.
They're going to play in that dump, that Qualcomm dump.
And, thanks for asking, Vic.
No, they're playing in Petco Park.
Petco Park?
Petco?
Really?
Playing in
Okay.
Petco.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Regardless of where it's played, I'm still going with Louisville on that. Louisville.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's going Louisville.
I'm going Louisville.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Louisville.
Rich Money, former number 84.
Yeah,
Saints Hall of
I'm
Famer.
a Louisville guy too. I don't think USC can pull it together. They had you're pulling it together, so I'm not sure that
And
they're
what's
not already on vacation.
and Williams
somewhere.
isn't playing.
Williams
isn't
probably
playing.
isn't playing.
No, all the key guys are not. So, plus they struggled all year anyway.
Yeah.
So I think Louisville is going to enjoy this victory.
Nick?
I'm going with that C.
Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast. No, I'm all Trojans on this one. This one is an LOCK. Mm-hmm. This is a lock. USC, because the backup quarterback's good. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he's pretty good. And I think that the way that conference played this year, and I
don't know if I believe in USC, but I don't believe in Louisville. Like I don't.
I do not believe in USC, but I do believe in Roscoe's chicken and waffles, and I will go with USC.
Okay.
And by the way, that quarterback's name is Miller Moss. Thank you very much. Miller Moss.
Mr. Old Man Moss's kid. All right, Thursday, December 28th at the Fenway Bowl at Fenway Park in Boston. It's SMU versus Boston College. It's an early game. It's 10 a.m. our time on ESPN Plus. Chris Kater and Marcus Zerlich again on the play-by-play. Who do you like in the Fenway Bowl, Teddy?
This is Wasabi Fenway Bowl. I'm picking SMU. SMU.
Wasabi. That's what with your sushi. I mean, who's advertising wasabi? I mean, wasabi. It goes in the sushi thing. This is crazy. Wasabi.
All
right.
Yeah, I think we're probably all going to be in unison on this.
With SMU?
Yeah, they're 11.
Okay.
There's not. BC is not going to make it.
No. I got to go with SMU. I'm sorry. I'd like to go with Boston College.
Y'all just copying me. Y'all just copying me. I see.
Yeah.
That's why I went first. You want to see who I pick, and then you kind of go. Yeah. I know. I know what you're doing. Okay.
The next bowl game is my favorite 3 a.m. snack, the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
I think we missed one though.
We did.
I think we missed the Texas
Bowl. There's no Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Pinstripe Bowl.
Oklahoma State and Texas A&M.
Yeah, what about the TaxAct Texas Bowl? Did we do that?
I missed that one. Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, that one's Wednesday, December 27th, also at 8 p.m.
Okay.
At Energy Stadium in Houston, Texas. And we got the Texas A&M Aggies playing against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. A&M's favored by 2 points.
And I take A&M, baby. A&M all the way.
Taking A&M.
Yeah. A&M.
Big Ten, baby. I mean SEC. Something like that.
You know what? I'm taking Oklahoma State.
I'm with
Good
Rich.
job. A good job. You got to do something to win this thing, Rich. That was a very good job.
Right. I'm going with the flow here. I got Oklahoma State, I still think they can score some points.
All right.
Although it's low, it's only 50 points over and under 53 or something.
Yeah, 53.
It's low for that game.
It is. That is true.
They played Texas really good this year.
They did.
I think Texas came back and won.
Yeah, they did. That was a very good game. That was a game that almost knocked Texas out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now back to my previous joke.
Yeah.
My favorite snack at 3 a.m., the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Is there something that comes before the Pop-Tart, Ted?
Well, you missed the Pinstripe Bowl, didn't you?
Oh,
you guys got
the Pinstripe Bowl,
right
yeah.
here.
Pinstripe Bowl.
Right.
It's played it's played in New York.
Yeah, it's played in Yankee Stadium.
Is it really? December 28th. And I'm going to go with, it's got to be where Vic went to school, Rutgers.
My alma mater.
Alma mater for Vic. Rutgers. I think
I've lied about it for so long. I actually believe it.
Yeah, me too.
Rich, who you like? You
Yeah,
like?
I'm a Rutgers guy too. That's I have a bunch of friends that go to Rutgers. They play well. They're a tough team.
Wait a minute. You have friends that still go to Rutgers? What do you, Sean Payton hanging around with college kids? What's wrong with you?
What's the matter with you?
It's just a stone's throw from Penn State. So we let him in the Big Ten. So now that I have to root for him.
Yeah, they got the gold coach back. He's got him back on track. The Italian guy. Who doesn't
Shiana?
Yeah. Shiana's back.
They got Shiana back.
Track. Are you going with
I'm
Rutgers?
going with the U.
You're going with the U?
I'm going with Miami.
You're going with Miami? Okay.
They're favorite.
Rutgers.
They're favored.
My Cubano brothers down there.
I'm going to Rutgers. I'll break out my Rutgers sweatshirt and enjoy that. Now, are we finally at the Pop-Tart
Bowl? There you go, baby.
Okay,
go ahead.
Is there something that comes before the Pop-Tart, Teddy?
No. You're right. You're at the Pop-Tarts now.
That's it? Just Pop-Tarts Bowl?
Pop-Tart Bowl.
Okay, it's NC State and Kansas State, 5:45 p.m. Eastern, 4:45 Central, ESPN Plus. It's Anish Shroff again and Andre Ware, the former Heisman Trophy.
Is Miles still at Kansas State? No, he's in jail, isn't he? Where is he? Oh, never mind. I got sidetracked. Go ahead. You guys pick.
I like it. Go ahead, Rich. Continue.
No, really.
I'm going to take Kansas State.
Have they recovered? I guess my question is, have they recovered?
He's finally joining the show.
Yeah,
realizing
let me know.
what kind of a show this is.
If Rich is like me, he's got to take a bathroom break about now. Jeez, we haven't even had a break, Vic. No break.
Minutes ago.
Show's been. Rich has
No,
been.
We're gonna buzz right through it.
I like Kansas State.
We're on a roll now.
First of all, Rich.
So I'm gonna do Kansas State. Actually,
Right.
I Kansas State too. Here, I'm
Kansas State for Teddy.
Yep.
Kansas State for me too. Kansas State for you. We're all Kansas State.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't.
Everybody. On Kansas
Let me tell you
State.
something.
Awesome.
Rich has been on previous shows. He knows that we could be a legitimate, honest, serious show.
It's hit and miss.
Okay, this is what it is. It is what it is. I'm having fun. I'm glad we're doing the show. I don't care if it takes 3 hours. Yeah. We're doing the damn show.
That's right.
Right?
It's a podcast.
Doing it your way.
I'm the king of all
It's a
podcasting.
podcast.
And as always, we're gonna do it your way.
Listen to what you want. Don't listen to the rest. Listen whatever you want. Right?
All right. Okay. The next one is the Alamo Bowl. If you've ever been there, it's about the size of a putt-putt rink. A putt-putt course.
Really?
Very small place.
There's a lot of history, though. It's pretty cool. It's a neat place. We played there, actually.
The Saints played there for a little while. Didn't they have a couple games or something?
This is not the Alamo.
Yep.
The Alamo
Yeah,
was
they did back in
San Antonio.
Epic Katrina.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the freaking Alamo.
There's no
Daniel
basement.
Boone. Anyway, it's Arizona and Oklahoma. It's a night game. 9:15 Central APN ESPN Plus. Tom Hart and Jordan Rogers on ESPN Radio.
Man,
all right.
I'm going with number 12, Oklahoma, baby.
Oklahoma.
Yep. Wow.
Oklahoma.
Every time I hear, I think of Keith Jackson. Yeah. Oklahoma. We wrecked them down.
Oh, I miss
it. Dilly. Hippable. All right, you're going with Oklahoma. What about you, Richie?
I'm an Oklahoma. Yep. I played with Tinker Owens, so I'm kind of obliged to Oklahoma.
I love Tinker. I love anybody called Tinker. You gotta love the guy.
He's awesome. Yeah.
What about you, Nick?
Arizona's 3-point favorite. I'm going to go with that, and they got them scoring over 62 points in this game.
Arizona had a good year.
So I'm going with the points. I'm going with Arizona.
Going with that old back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arizona. Well, now, Nick, you know me. Okay. Oklahoma's playing. What will I be wearing?
You're going to be wearing your
Oklahoma jersey, number 20.
Which is, of course...
Who's that?
Well, to me, it's Billy Sims.
Billy
Sims, former Lion. Yeah. You remember Billy Sims, don't you, Ricky?
Yeah, I think is he still alive? Yeah, I guess he is.
I don't know, but Billy Sims was something.
I'm not sure.
I have an Oklahoma jersey, and I'm going with Oklahoma.
How long have you had that
now we're
jersey?
at Friday, December the 20th.
You had it a long time?
Years. Oh, God, at least 20 years. At least 20 years.
As long as I've known you, you've had it.
The jerseys have not changed a bit in 20 years.
I'm happy to say that Billy Sims is still living. Yes, he is. He's 68 years old, and he lives in St. Louis. Well, he was born in St. Louis. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Back to you, Vic.
Clemson's favored by 5 in this one.
Fantastic player. All right, Friday, December the 29th, it's Gator Bowl. It's Clemson versus Kentucky. It's at noon Eastern, ESPN Plus. It's Wes Durham and Tim Hasselbeck on the Westwood One Radio Network, brought to you by Barbasol. There you go.
Which game is this?
This is the Gator Bowl.
Gator Bowl. Yes, I'm taking number 22 ranked Clemson.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a trick play here.
This is really one. This is one of the toughest picks.
Clemson does not played well, and is one of those teams that they had a couple upsets this year, I believe. I don't know. This could be upset, but I'm going to.
They won their last 4 games.
There'll be good weather conditions. Good weather.
Yeah. Yeah. Against my better judgment, I'm going to pick Clemson.
Okay, Richie's going.
But
with
I think Kentucky can win this one. I'm going to qualify it.
Yeah.
I'm picking Clemson, but Kentucky's
be like all
win.
the other announcers. Yeah, Clemson's the winner, but you got to watch out for Kentucky. It'll be a close second.
Yeah, they're sneaky. They're sneaky. I'm going with Kentucky on that, just for that reason.
He's like the Final Four guy that goes, I did 10 cards. Well, on my number 8 card, I did on my 7th card. I did. No, he's going Clemson. Who'd you go with, Nick?
I'm going with Kentucky.
I'm going with Kentucky as well. All right, the Sun Bowl, which is Oregon State versus Notre Dame, ND, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central on CBS. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson. now we start getting into the good announcers.
Yeah.
It's on CBS.
Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Really? What's up?
Yeah, Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, which that game should be great. Don't you think? It should be great.
And since I grew up not too far from South Bend, Indiana, I got to go with my Fighting Irish.
Win-win for the Kipper.
Yeah. Notre Dame.
Teddy's going with ND. Mm-hmm. All right, Richie.
Yeah. It's a low scoring. Yeah, that's another tough one. I think Oregon State could win it, but Notre Dame is always the pick of the. I don't know in Oregon State. I'm going to go with the.
It's a tough one. It really looks like a tough one on paper. But it's not. I'm going to jump ahead of you. I'm going Oregon State too.
Yeah. It's a touchdown game.
I mean, they can score. I don't. It's low score. They show them low score, but I think Oregon State.
Notre Dame needs a real coach.
Yeah,
for
Notre
God's
Dame.
Sake.
I feel like Notre Dame's always like pretend. They're like, oh, they're good this year.
Get a real coach.
They're for real this year, and then every year they're like, oh, well, they lost 3 or 4 games.
Well, that's because the media wants them to be great. And early on, they promote them, and
I want them to be great too. I want them to be great. And they let me down every time.
I'm available. Call me. You kidding me? I'll get you in the freaking championship.
They let me down every time, so I'm going with Oregon.
Okay, he's going
Oregon State.
Okay, Oregon State. Okay, so everybody's Oregon State. It's 2-2 on that one. Yeah. 2-2, right?
I picked Notre Dame. Y'all took Oregon State.
I took Oregon State. I'm Oregon State.
All 3.
Yeah.
I'm Oregon State.
Okay,
the Liberty Bowl.
Okay.
The Liberty Bowl's next, which I've been to many of. I lived in Memphis for many years. I worked for WMC Radio and television, and my good friend Ryan McPhail has to work the game, so therefore he won't be at my birthday party on New Year's Eve, which makes me sad. It's Memphis hosting Iowa State at 2:30 Eastern, ESPN Plus. It's John Shiflin and Rocky Bowman.
It's a home game.
At a home game for Memphis at the West Wind Run Radio Network. The P announcing would be done by my friend, Mr. Tom Giacomo.
Cyclones are favored by 9.5.
Is that Tom Giacomo from MS?
FM 100, yes.
FM 100,
Yes.
He's doing sports now?
He does the announcing at the stadium. First down.
Okay. Well, since it's a home game for Memphis, I'm going with Memphis. No question about it.
Ricky?
No.
Ricky?
Memphis.
I'm not Iowa State. I like Iowa.
Yeah, I like their outfits.
Not like Iowa. Iowa State's a little different than Iowa. But, I'm gonna pick the favorite here.
Same.
Me too. I'm Iowa State. They just play in a better conference. It's that simple. Okay, now comes the Cotton Bowl. Okay, Teddy, has it got something in front of that? The Cotton Bowl.
Cotton Bowl.
Yep.
I don't know where you're at.
Did I skip one?
I'm at the Cotton Bowl.
I'm at the Cotton Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, you're at the Cotton Bowl. That's the right one.
It's in Dallas, of course. And the last time, Ted and I...
We didn't do the Music City Bowl. We didn't do the Barstool Sports.
That's on December 30th. We're still on the 29th.
Oh, okay.
We're still on the... Teddy. The last time...
It's played in Arlington. Didn't you ask me a question? It's played in Arlington, Texas.
Okay, well, it used to be played at the Cotton Bowl. Now they're playing at Jerry's Place. But will you let me finish?
Oh, geez.
The last time we are... this is my show. It's my show, Ted. Okay, now listen. The last time me and Ted were at the Cotton Bowl, a record rep, gave us Rolling Stone tickets.
That's right.
And we started with 2 Rolling Stone tickets.
Yep.
And we ended up with another 15 Rolling Stone tickets. We both left there with $1,500 apiece. Scalping.
Wow.
Scalping.
He's not only the king of all pie, he's the king of all.
Proud of it.
What do you call it when you do that with tickets?
A scalpel. He's scalping.
He's the king of scalping, but it's illegal, right?
Well, of course it's legal. Illegal.
It's illegal in Texas.
It is.
Okay, so I'm going with Ohio State for that one. Ohio State all the way.
I think we all are, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going with Missouri.
Okay, you're going with Ohio State, Ricky?
I'm going to put my wallet on Ryan Day, even though they've lost some players and there's a lot of stuff going on at Ohio State right now. I think he's going to pull them all together, and I'm going to pick Ohio State.
Now, do you know Ryan Day?
Do I know him?
Yeah.
Just from what I see on TV, the guy with the beard.
Yeah, well, he's the.
Yeah, he does have a beard.
That guy.
No, I don't know.
He's the head coach at Ohio State. He has a beard.
He's got like a black beard. It's like unrealistic.
He's a pretty intense guy too. I don't think I want to cross.
I mean, Missouri had a great year. There's no doubt about it. They had a fantastic year, but I mean, they're just not in Ohio State's class. I'm going Ohio State. It's that simple. Saturday, December 3rd, the Peach Bowl. The Peach Bowl. Old Miss. Oh, geez, here we go. Now, this I want to hear. I want to hear a lot from Ricky on this one. Okay, it's Ole Miss and the Nittany Lions at Penn State. It's noon Eastern, 1 hour time. Mark Jones, Louis Riddick, who, by the way, knows a lot about football. Louis Riddick may be the most knowledgeable football commentator on the planet. It's on ESPN and ESPN Plus and ESPN Radio. Well, go, Ted, quickly. Who is your pick in
Penn
the
State.
Peach Bowl? Penn State. All right, Ricky. Hotty toddy.
Well,
Hotty
this is an
toddy.
interesting game. This is not a slim. I'll tell you. I mean, of course, I'm going to pick Penn State, but you got to. Lane Kiffin is a genius, man. He really does some things, and he's had some great success. And we just signed an extension in his contract over at Ole Miss. So I think Penn State. They were able to keep a lot of their players, which has always been a challenge now with this NIL stuff. And, so I think they had even though they won 10 games, they lost to Ohio State and Michigan this year. They were at the time the number 1 and number 2 and number 3 team in the country when they lost to them. So although a good season, a somewhat disappointing season for them. So I think they want to build next year. So I think Penn State's going to be ready to play. And I'm going to pick Penn State for that reason and those reasons.
Oh, let's go to the Lions down at Happy Valley.
Sounds like Shark Tank now. For those reasons.
Happy Valley. Why do they call it Happy Valley? Is it?
Well, just this is pre-drug, so we've been happy for a long time.
You were happy when gay meant happy. Remember?
Before,
used to be happy and gay.
Place.
You can't.
If you go into Happy Valley, you
can't
beautiful. You got the mountains. You're in the valley. You're looking up. You got.
I mean, Pennsylvania.
Place to live.
Beautiful. A lot of people don't know how beautiful the state of Pennsylvania is.
Pennsylvania's gorgeous.
Beautiful state. Yeah. It is. Okay, Nick.
And the campus is gorgeous.
Nick, there you go. Here we go. It's Hotty Toddy or we are Penn State.
I've been to Oxford before, and let me tell you, it's a fun town.
Yes.
So I got to go with Ole Miss. A lot of good memories.
Oh, you're going Hotty Toddy, SEC, Hotty Toddy. Oh, okay. If they wear their powder blue, if they wear their powder blues, you may have a chance there.
Rebs.
Yeah. Well, you know, me, I'm a Big Ten guy. Even before I was a Big Ten guy, I liked Penn State because I loved their uniforms. There's just something about white pants and a white top and a white helmet with a black stripe and the black numbers and the Penn State and the dirt and the grass. They still have natural grass at Happy Valley, don't they, Richie?
Yeah, that's about. They only play the home games there. That's it. No one else gets to go on that field anymore. Yeah, that field is like incredible. Yeah.
Okay, and you get the grass stains on your uniform. You get the mud. You get it's Pennsylvania. It's kind of.
But they're playing this in Atlanta, Georgia.
I don't care.
Okay,
I don't care.
They're playing this in Atlanta, Georgia, and Ole Miss does one thing well, and they score a lot of points.
It's inside
and that's something
game
that I don't think Penn State does.
I don't care. I think of Franco Harris. I do.
Yeah.
I think of.
Yeah, I mean, they're at advantage. The state doesn't have the defensive coordinator, so you're right. I mean, and Ole Miss is smart. I mean, they can figure it out, but I could not go against Penn State.
Of course.
Ole Miss could win it.
Your hands are tied, Richie. I get it.
Yeah.
And Richie Cutlets over here. Richie Cutlets, he's family. I'm going with Penn State.
I see. I know the allegiances are there.
The Cutlets already taken, though, Victor. You got to come up with another, maybe Parmigiani or something.
No, you're Richie Cutlets.
I like Richie Parmigiani.
Richie Parmesan.
It has a little singing ring to it, doesn't it?
I like that.
Richie Caprese. He's Richie Caprese. Okay.
What does nitney
Richie
mean?
Mozzarella.
What does nitney mean? I always wondered that. Nitney.
Richie.
What?
Nittany,
What is nitney?
It has
Richie Mozzarella.
It's a cub. It's a cubby lion. It's a little tiny lion.
The name of the lion. Yeah, it's a mountain lion.
Is it?
Nittany lion.
I thought it was like a baby.
It's a nitney lion. But a
The
nitney.
Nittany lion. It's just the name of the area.
Okay.
Nittany.
I always
Do they
wondered
have-
that.
they-
Thank you. Thank you.
They
Rich.
have. They don't have Nittany lions in Pennsylvania, do they? Do they have them there?
Not to be confused with mackerel. What's the name of that other stuff?
Macaroons, I love them.
Ooh.
No, I was going to do.
Mackerel.
I can't think of it. Never mind. I missed the joke. Keep going.
That's okay. Line.
Can't think of the name. It was a
Next
good one.
ball game,
I just couldn't
please.
think of the name.
He's the first one that missed a joke and admitted it.
That's
what I like.
Line. What's my line?
Are we all going with the Nittany Lions, or you went with Ole Miss?
I went with Ole Miss. Yeah, I'm going with.
Yeah,
Because I think they're
Ole
going
Miss
to
could
score
win
points.
this very easily.
The only thing
I'm an SEC
yeah.
guy.
The
I'm
only
an SEC
The only
guy.
thing about Oxford is like one exit down, they got a steak and shake.
Yeah,
That's all I
there's
give a
nothing
crap
going on
about.
there.
That's all I give a crap about. All right, that's
The
a big-
Grove.
Okay, we're still December the 30th here. It's the Music City Bowl. It's Auburn versus Maryland, and my mother's hometown of Nashville. It's 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. It's on ABC, ESPN Plus. It's got Taylor Zazur and Matt Stinchcomb, my buddy Nat Stinchcomb, who I've thrown peanuts at Pelican games. Okay, I have, Rich, and I'm not proud of it. Teddy.
Yeah, you want me to go real quickly? You want me to go real fast on this one? I'll try to go real fast on this one because
Go ahead.
This is,
Auburn, Maryland.
This is a big game. Means a lot to me. I'm going with the Big Ten. I mean, no, I'm going with the SEC.
Whoa.
Sorry,
You're going with Auburn. Why is this a big game for you? Why? What's your
It's just because it's in Nashville. I love Nashville, and Nashville is a great city, and I'm glad
You got
that
a lot
they're
of
playing this game
customers
in
there.
Nashville. It's
You
a
got
big deal.
customers there. I get
got
it.
customers
I get
there,
it.
and it means a lot to them.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right, Richie. Okay, Richie Parmesan.
I'm going to go with the Big Ten too. I'm going Maryland. I'm not two. I'm going Maryland. Maryland showed great signs during the year. Keep it together all year. I think
they played Michigan.
Building. They're in a program that's building.
They played Michigan tough.
They should have beat Michigan.
I know. I'm going Maryland. I'm going to jump the gun.
They had to set the tone for them. That was early in the year.
I'm Maryland.
Nick, what do you say, Nick?
That Tagovailoa is not playing. That quarterback's not playing.
Oh, I don't care. They got another Samoan right behind him.
Oh, do they?
They're lining up Samoans over there.
I love that.
Yeah, Bahu Nifufahi. Bahu Nifufahi.
Fafafine.
No, don't say Fafafine.
I could say Fafafine.
You can say Fafa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have to edit that out?
No.
To our Samoan listeners,
No.
possibly.
Okay. just checking.
Medikalikimaka and all that. You know
Okay,
what
so
I'm saying?
you're who you going on that one again? You said.
I'm an SEC guy. I'm Auburn.
Okay, I'm going Maryland. Okay, the Orange Bowl. Okay, it's Georgia and Florida State. This is a quality football game. These are two teams that could have very well been in the top four. It's 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, ESPN Plus. Joe Testator, my favorite. Jesse Palmer doing the color who stole my haircut.
Jesse Parmesan.
Who stole my haircut.
Yep.
Orange Bowl.
Orange
What
Bowl.
do you think, Teddy?
I'm
Orange
thinking
Bowl.
Georgia's so pissed off right now that they can't lose. Georgia.
Yeah. And I'm sure they're favored in this game because Florida State lost.
Yeah, by 14.
14,
So
yeah,
I think it's going to be.
Yeah. Are we all in Georgia?
No, I'm not. You know what? I'm talking about being pissed off. If I was Florida State,
Yeah, they're going to want to win that game, but you know.
I mean, it could be a little closer.
They have a great defense.
Yeah,
they have a great
pick
defense.
the upset.
They won
I'm
12
going to go
games
Florida
this year.
State.
It's a
Who's
really
going?
good
He's
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Richie's going Florida State. They got
Yeah,
a good
I'm going Florida
defense. They got a good defense.
They do.
I mean, I'll tell you what, I take the 14 points. But
Oh,
I won't
yeah.
get the,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
Florida
Yeah.
State.
If we were
We'll go for
gamblers.
this.
Yeah, I'm
If we
taking
were
Florida
gamblers.
State with the 14 points. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, you taking them to win the game?
No.
Okay,
No,
you're
I'm
taking
taking
Tough
them to
win
cover
for 'em, but I'm
14.
going to pick them anyway.
Okay.
I'm picking
I would
them
take them
anyway.
to cover 14 points.
Richie, I'm with you. I'm taking Florida State. I'm Richie. I'm with you. And you know what? I'm taking it confidently. Mm-hmm. And anybody that knows me well, I'm always confident. Not always right, but very confident.
He's very overly confident, probably.
It's a trait.
It's a trait. It's a Del Giorno trait.
Pick up the band. Pick up the band, baby.
Is it time to take a break? It's time to take a break.
But you're going to have to edit the breaks in.
I got to pee.
You're going to have to do something creative for the breaks.
All right,
we will have
I'll
breaks.
Wait. Okay.
As a matter of fact, this is our 2-part show.
No, it's not.
To find out.
It's not 2 parts.
This
is one part.
Never mind. Shut up.
Arizona Bowl.
Arizona Bowl. It's Toledo, not the Mudheads.
Arizona.
The Toledo Rockets versus Wyoming. It's 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. on Barstool and the CW, which is interesting. It's Dave Portnoy doing the game with Dan Big Cat Katz.
Yep.
And that's on the Barstool Radio Network. This is groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah, they'll be televising it. Yeah.
Yes, groundbreaking stuff for Dave, who I admire very much. The guy is a genius. But it's Toledo and Wyoming, the alma mater of the great honestly, Josh Allen.
I don't really have a pick because I don't really care about this game.
You don't?
No, huh. I don't really care. Nah, but just for the sake of picking somebody, I'll go with Toledo.
Because it's a fake bowl?
It's a pick show, Teddy.
Barstool
just pick a damn team.
What is Barstool? What the heck?
I don't care. It's a bowl game.
I mean, Barstool, isn't that Portnoy guy? What's his name?
Yeah, Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, he eats pizzas.
The last 20 seconds.
You know, he came to Baton Rouge not too long ago, and he cut down Baton Rouge. Said we have bad pizza.
You don't like a guy that eats pizzas?
He rates pizzas.
Who you taking?
He was at Schlitz and Giggles in Baton Rouge.
There's not a bad pizza there.
It's not bad. It's not great, but he said it sucked.
Okay.
It does.
Who do you like?
Toledo.
Okay, Toledo for Ted. Rich, I'm sorry. I can't apologize enough. It's almost over. Okay.
I thought there were more than 2 teams playing in this one. I thought I missed something, but it's Toledo and Wyoming, right? Yeah.
Toledo and Wyoming.
I'm going to go with Toledo.
Okay.
Just because I like the way it rolls off my tongue. Toledo.
Yeah.
Toledo.
And those guys, I like the underdog.
It's in Ohio,
it's
right?
In Ohio, yeah. Toledo, Ohio. Yep.
Yes,
it's the
there's only one Toledo, I think.
It's the home of the Mudhens.
But this game is in
Mudhens.
Arizona.
Yeah, they're great team.
The Toledo Mudhens. It's the greatest name in sports.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going with Wyoming.
You're going on. Well, I'm going with Wyoming because I love Josh Allen and he went there, so I'm going Wyoming.
Cowboys.
Just love Josh Allen.
Nobody really cares about this game.
Anyway, okay, here we go. This is the Reliquest Bowl. Now, is there something before that, the LSU one?
I feel like Ted's trying to call that last bowl.
That's the one LSU's in. What is that one called?
Which one?
The Reliquest?
I think it's ReliaQuest.
Okay, thank you.
Reliquest.
Could it be ReliveQuest? I don't know.
Right, now the Heisman Trophy, it's Wisconsin against our LSU Tigers. It's the noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central ESPN 2 by Brian Custer and Rod Gilmore. Now, the Heisman Trophy guy's not playing, right?
He's not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Not playing, but we're still favored by 9.5 points. Wisconsin didn't score many points this year.
No, they were bad. They
didn't score many points this year. You got to remember, this game is won and lost by scoring more points than the opponent.
Yeah.
You have to score more points than them.
I think Richie could play quarterback and win this game.
For who?
Really?
I don't know about. Look, let me tell you what.
Not so
Jay Daniels is not playing. He's not playing, and if he wasn't playing this year for LSU, they wouldn't be a 500 team.
I agree.
That's how important he was in that. I mean, he just totally carried that team on him. If LSU had any defense at all, they'd be in the national title game. But
I agree.
Anyway, in spite of all that, I still think they'll win this game because I don't think Wisconsin.
Go Tigers.
There's still some key players. Malik is playing, and most of the other LSU guys are playing. So other than Jaden, so I think LSU's going to want to win this one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take LSU.
Yeah.
Whether it's my turn or not.
It's your turn.
Over/under at 55.5 points. There's going to be some points scored. It's just who's going to score them.
Yeah, big favorites in that one.
Well, I think some of that might be misleading because again, Jaden's not going to be in the LSU. None Meyer. The backup quarterback. He's a good quarterback, so it's going to be his time to shine and show what he can do. He'll have the team next year, so I think, and I like him.
And I'm sure he likes you too.
What are you doing, Teddy?
Well, I'm kind of pissed off because Daniels isn't playing, but he's too busy doing these Cane's chicken commercials, chicken fingers commercials. He's getting paid all those big bucks.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would you risk $50 million to play
in a meaningless game?
Well, what I was getting at is that he's doing these commercials, he's getting paid. I'm sure he's getting being compensated very well, and Cane's is paying him. And now the who's the guy that started Cane's? He's a billionaire now. Nothing against that, but because he's paying Jaden Daniels, Todd, what's his name?
Todd Bowles.
Yeah, and he's paying this guy all this money to do these commercials. He's raising the chicken fingers prices at the beginning of the year.
Todd Graves.
He's raising them by over $1.
Wow.
That's the price of poultry.
I'm trying to figure out what that has to do with
the price.
I don't like LSU.
Richie, he's nuts. He's nuts. Just put it that way.
I pick Wisconsin. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I don't mind Big Ten, but I really take it with
they were terrible. They were terrible all year. Well, let me just say this about Mr. Daniels. What he's accomplished has been unbelievable, considering he started out at the Arizona State program that had what's his name, the guy, the goofball, Herman Edwards is the coach, and he went through 3 offensive coordinators. He comes here, he's undersized. He did, like Richie said, carry the team on his back, and you know what? He's going to be a top 5 pick. And, why play in a meaningless game, and risk all that? And there's not a teammate on LSU's team right now that if you ask them, they would say that they blame him. Okay. If they're in the top 4, I guarantee you this kid would play, but they're not. He's not, but I still like LSU because Wisconsin is awful. They're downright awful. That's all I got to say about that. What'd you think of that, Rich? That was my first serious take.
Yeah, that's. I think that's
really took about 35
explanation.
Is that good enough to get on the show with Mike Cotillier? Is that good enough to be a guest on the Mike Cotillier? Because I can really talk sports here if I want. I don't have to be funny. I can talk sports. Yeah. All right, here we go. The Citrus Bowl.
Citrus.
It's the first we do the Citrus Bowl first because I just like to say citrus. And we've got Iowa placing Tennessee, who should have never let Lane Kiffin go. Lane Kiffin go, by the way. I didn't want that passed by. It's 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central, ABC, Dave Fleming, and Brock Osweiler, who was one of the worst pro quarterbacks in history. And it's on ESPN Radio. All right, you go first, Teddy. We got your Iowa and Tennessee.
Yeah, like
got
Tennessee.
The Hawkeyes and the Volunteers. You
like
Tennessee?
50 for Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay, Richie?
I'm going to go Big Ten. I'm going to go with Iowa. I love the coach, and I love
Rich,
Iowa.
they have to score points, Rich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, but you know what? It's over and under 36. 8 points. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm going with the underdog.
Yeah, and it's just a stupid podcast.
I'm going with
face it.
I'm going with Iowa to have over 9.5 punts. There's going to be a lot of punts.
A lot of punting.
They could.
But I'm going with Tennessee. I'm going with Tennessee.
What'd you say, Vic?
Oh yeah, I'm a bleeder. I'm like Chuck Wepner. I'm a bleeder. A guy hits me, I bleed. I bleed Big Ten. I'm going Iowa. I mean, come on, man. I'm going Iowa.
You picked Iowa because Rich did. Get out of here.
Maybe because of the show, I'm trying to salvage the damn relationship. Maybe that's what I'm trying to do.
This next one is tasty. This is a tasty next game.
It is a tasty game.
Send chicken.
It's a tasty game. All right, the Fiesta Bowl. The Fiesta Bowl that's played there in Arizona.
Verbo Fiesta Bowl.
Verbo. Verbo.
Liberty.
That's like a Airbnb type of thing.
Airbnb.
Yeah. I didn't even know Liberty had a football team. But
they're 13-0 this year.
Huh?
They're 13-0 this year.
Let me tell you my Liberty story.
Yeah.
You know who used to coach them?
Who's the coach?
Sam Ritagliano used to coach Liberty. You know who Sam Ritagliano was?
I do.
That's a good Italian boy.
No. I know who he is. You two knuckleheads don't, but me and Ricky know who he is.
Boy.
He was a wide receiver coach when I was a rookie.
And not only that, he
became the coach
special
of
teams.
the Browns.
Special teams, and then he was the head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Oh,
yep.
How about that?
Yeah, and then he coached Liberty. for a long time.
And he coached to Liberty.
But I see there's no way Oregon cannot win that game. Oregon.
Yeah.
You know what, Ted?
I agree with
That's the first intelligent damn thing you've said. And it made a lot of sense. We are all on Oregon big time.
We're going to take Oregon.
I mean, that's a
Follow the
by the
leader.
way.
Okay.
Vegas has that as a Oregon favored by 17. So that should be a lock.
Okay, now we're get in this. I don't even Liberty.
They win 13-0.
Okay,
they've been winning.
They're playing
They've
a
been
number
winning.
8 team against a number 23 team.
There's a couple other teams that went 13-0, and 2 of them are Michigan and Washington.
Well, then there was the other team that thinks that you should have got in. Florida State.
And then JMU.
All right.
Florida State. JMU.
So I guess we're to the big ones, huh? The big 4.
Right, the big ones.
We're there. We've made it.
The first college football semifinal bowl at the Rose Bowl.
Just think next year, Rich, when you're on the show next year, when we do the show next year, there's going to be more bowl games. So it's going to be, really pencil us in, okay?
So when's the show? Generally on Wednesday night?
Yeah.
So we'll have to start on Monday, you're saying?
Yeah, something like that.
I guarantee you, next year's show is just going to be Rich and Nick. Probably.
Yeah,
It'll be Rich and Nick. We'll both be nixed on that one. Okay, so now it's a Rose Bowl game. It is a playoff game. It's got undefeated Michigan against one-loss Alabama. It's 4 p.m. Eastern. It's, of course, Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit and Holly Rowe and Laura Rutledge, and it's on ESPN Radio. And by the way, Joe Testador is doing the radio announcing. This is it. It's got all the heavyweights in there. Big game. Michigan choked last year against TCU. Broke my heart. I am a Michigan fan by blood.
Yeah.
I have Michigan garb. My first game was a Michigan game. I'm just Michigan all through.
Michigan all the way.
Well, I don't think I'm qualified to pick this game with my head. I'm going to pick it. I'm going to go first and pick it with my heart, and you can just put me down for Michigan because if they lose, I'm going to drive Martha's new Wagoneer off a cliff. If there were a cliff in this area.
Well, there he goes. Most of my picks have been based on facts and figures and stats, and I know that, but this is an emotional pick for me. So I hate Michigan. I don't like Michigan.
Why?
I don't like the hardballs. I don't like.
Oh my God.
I don't like them. I don't like
All
their
right, roll
uniforms.
tide
I don't
for
like
Ted.
their helmets. Alabama, please. Thank you.
You've never been to Frankenmuth and had the chicken.
No, I have.
you'd love it.
I do love Frankenmuth.
Okay, good. Well, at least
What about
that's
you,
good.
Richie?
Well, it's going to be an interesting game. You got the Cheetah Beaters in Michigan, right? Who will get their due justice, I think. But I think Saban's going to piss everybody off and win the whole damn thing. So I'm going to have to pick them to beat Michigan first.
Yeah, he's a ball buster kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's a ball. I mean, honestly, if I had to,
and you go to just like the NFL, you go to the teams that have played better towards the end of the year, and certainly the quarterback has, and that Alabama team is playing as good as anybody.
I bet you Alabama's favorite, are they?
No, they're
they're
1.5 point dogs.
Okay,
Like
it's a
pick 'em. Yeah,
It means nothing. Yeah.
I want Michigan to win this game, I'm picking Alabama to win this game.
Why do you want Michigan to win this game?
I want Michigan to win this game because I want Michigan to be for real. Like they've been, in contention all this time. The toss-up loss last year to TCU, which they had so many turnovers and still were in that game at the end. If they're for real, they'll win this game. And I don't think they're for real.
So I'm
taking Alabama.
You're taking Alabama.
Alabama. Just like Richie said, I think they might.
Yeah.
They might
So
shake the whole
Richie,
world up and win the whole thing.
Are you and me the only ones on? You were in Alabama too, Richie?
Yeah, I pick Alabama.
I'm the only Michigan.
Yep.
You're the only Michigan.
You're the only Michigan.
You're on a Michigan island.
F&A.
I'm going against the Big Ten, but I just think
Upper
Alabama's
Peninsula.
F&A for sure.
Old Mo.
F&A for sure. For sure. Okay, I'm down. All right. Now you got Washington, and I say Washington. I do not say Washington in the college football playoff, the Sugar Bowl, right down here in New Orleans, where people are going to come down here, and they're going to pee in our streets. They're going to get drunk on the streets. They're going to get mugged on our streets. You better have your head on a swivel, okay?
Right. Yeah, bring some.
Just be careful.
Cash.
Just be careful.
So is this just a rumor that the Sugar Bowl's moving out of New Orleans? It's just a rumor. I heard something talk about it today.
Richie would know that. What's the deal on that?
Because of crime.
I think it's just a rumor.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It'll never happen.
Yeah, I gotta think that way too. Now Washington beat Texas last year.
Did they?
Yeah, but that's not going to happen again. I'm going to go with Texas all the way, baby. Texas.
Nice. By the way, that's Sean McDonough and Greg McElroy doing that game as well on ESPN.
Oh,
it's a 7:45 our time, 8:45 Eastern. Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, that's another tough game. Washington's really good.
Can we go?
In addition to FedEx, but I think Texas.
Can you get tickets to that? You can probably get tickets to that, Richie. You can get tickets to
Texas and Washington Sugar Bowl. I used to have contacts. They're all dead, all my contacts. So I'm not giving stuff like that.
You can't call any of them. Huh?
Yeah, no.
Frick.
What do you mean they're all dead?
Rich, you're going.
I see you. I see you all the time. You don't have one gray hair. Why are these people dead when you don't have a gray hair?
Well, they're not Italian. They were Italian, they might be.
Now look, Rich, nobody listens to this podcast. You dyeing your hair. Finally, it's time. It's Christmas season. Let's come on, fess up.
All I say is, how much money you got in your pocket? Put it on the table, and then we'll get I'll bring you to my hairdresser, and she'll tell you.
I got no money. I got no money.
She makes a lot of money on me too.
All right, so you went with Texas, Teddy, and Rich. I want a little professional. You do those show with Gatilier and the A Bears, and you're rubbing elbows down there in Homa and Cocodrie, and you do the show. I mean, I want to hear a professional take on this Washington Texas game, which I think honestly is going to be the best game of all, including the championship.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah.
They're two very, very good teams, and so you just hope again that they show up and that they respond in a bowl game, and I think they both will. So, I mean, it could be a coin toss, but I just think Texas is just a little bit more well-rounded across the board. And they just, they got a lot to prove. I mean, both teams do, I guess. It's not even a fair assessment.
Now, I had to interrupt you because you haven't made the pick yet, but I understand the Texas quarterback, he's a junior, right?
Correct.
And I understand.
One of them left.
Oh, I heard that Arch was leaving and going to USC.
No, he's not going. Why would he do that? Who wants to? I mean, for more money, he's already making $3 million a year. Why would he go to USC? Texas has got a team that they can win a championship. Look where they are. With him at the helm in 2 years, I mean, he'd do the same. They don't need to be chasing.
Okay, that's
money.
a stupid rumor.
The Manning family.
I heard that rumor. I heard that rumor from a California guy. Maybe that's why.
And he's happy. Look, he knows he's smart. Why throw him in as a freshman and get killed? I mean, no reason to do that. He's developing. He's developing behind a great quarterback and a great program and a great team. And the coach has got him. He's got a plan for him. So I think he's in a great spot. He's in a great situation, and he's patient. Again, he's not chasing money. Some of these guys are chasing money that are moving around, but they don't need to.
Well, I know health is everything, but let's just go on the basis of he's going to be healthy. How good do you think he can be at the big level, in the big league, in the Sunday league, the Sunday league?
Oh, but it's so hard to predict that. But look at the ingredients. I mean, you got it's like what is that? Papa John's, good ingredients, good pie, right? So I mean, he's got checks all the boxes, right? Physically, I mean, he gained 15 pounds of muscle, which is not surprising. That's what happens when you go to college. And he's smarter. He's learning the system. He's not thrown in there in the fire. I think and he is effectively protecting his health. So he plays his junior and senior year. Does he have to do much more than that? I think he's going to be very successful. I think it's still a long stretch to get from where he is to the pros. There's a lot of time in between, a lot of playing, a lot of things happen. So you just don't know. But I think when he gets to the pros, I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah,
and will he be Peyton Manning? I mean, and then you're asking way too much.
Well,
will he be Eli?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, let me just say this. I had the opportunity to see Archie Manning play in person many times. Okay. And in his prime, especially 1980, when he put up unbelievable numbers, he had Wes Chandler. You remember that? You were on that. You were on that team.
I was on that team. I got one or two of those passes.
Yeah,
not many.
What a great offense!
I'm really kind of upset about that now that you brought it up.
Well,
really
a couple years.
I should have had a lot more catches. And then with thru to my son, I had Wes Chandler on the other side. So. I remember, if I remember,
and they had the tight end too. They had the tight end. The tight end was all world.
I was wide open on that one long pass. Had a fly pattern, and he never threw it. He didn't even look at me.
What are you, Uncle Rico? What are you, Uncle Rico in me?
That's how I.
No, but
get it out.
I noticed,
get it out now, Rich.
But really, if Archie would have been on a good team, it'd have been a whole different story. But Archie was not as big as Peyton, okay, but he was a really good runner. And I did see Arch play in high school in person. And the game I went to, unfortunately, he threw a couple picks. But he's got like the size of Archie, and the size of Peyton, and he's got the athletic ability of Archie. Peyton, he was a pocket passer. He wasn't going to run and go anywhere. This guy can do it all. And
yeah. And again, you got to stay healthy. There's a lot of variables, and you're getting to that point. But certainly, if you're in a horse race and you're looking at the stable, he's somebody you're going to look at, and you got a pretty good bet.
Yeah, you got to protect your future. You got to protect your money. You got a little limited time to make money. These people put their lives on the line, and then it's 50 car crashes. It's crazy to play that game. All right, but all right, you Teddy, you took Texas.
Texas, yep.
And Ricky,
I took Texas. Yes.
You're taking Texas. Nick,
I'm gonna take the Huskies.
I'm going Huskies too, because I saw I stay up late at night because I can't sleep, and I eat sleep. I sleep eat, and and I watch a lot of games, and I saw a lot of Washington games, and I just never saw them play a bad game. I didn't. I think they're very well coached and everything, and I think Texas blew their wad getting there. Would be my thing.
Texas is a 4-point favorite, and I think it'll be a touchdown game. Yeah, and I think it'll be a lot of points.
So I'm going to go Washington. Okay. Now you can crank up the music. We're going to pick the winner of the whole thing. Now obviously,
my phone's dead. No,
okay.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Okay. So obviously, if you didn't pick someone to win in the semis, kids, you can't pick them to win the whole thing. Okay. So let's start with Nick. Here's your question. Let's start with Ted. Who does Ted have in the championship game?
Ted has Alabama playing Texas.
Alabama, Texas.
Yeah. And I would say Alabama. That's my final pick. Alabama, national champions again.
Alabama. And this is the January Alabama. It's not the September Alabama. So it makes sense. All right, Alabama. Okay, Rich. The PTA is almost over, and I'm not talking Parent Teachers Association. I'm talking pain, torture, agony. It's almost over.
This is it's way past my bedtime, but I'm going to. I told you earlier I'm going to do Alabama all the way. Alabama, Texas.
Yep,
Alabama.
It could be Alabama, Washington. I'm not going to throw that out, but I'm going to pick Alabama.
Alabama. Wow, I'm going to win this thing. So weird.
You think
I am going to win. You guys going to be wearing Giorno football T-shirts.
Yeah, I've got Alabama, Washington playing, and I would take Alabama.
Okay, so all three of you got Alabama. Okay, well, I'm completely different here.
You got Michigan playing with Washington.
Yeah, you know he's picking Washington. I know he's picking Washington.
My heart is
You're going with Michigan.
Is aching. My heart is.
You're going with Michigan. You bleed.
I bleed it. And I think I'm gonna bleed out. Because I'm going to take Washington.
We may not even have a winner.
Let me just say this to you.
Yeah.
It's a shame that conference is going away. I thought that conference played some great football this year. Mm-hmm. And they and most of them have grass fields. And I am totally pissed off about this crap. Okay, and I'm going to be rooting for Michigan. See, this is why I can't lose, because I want Michigan to win, and if they lose, I win the pool, I win the pick show, because after all, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser in this, and all three of you for participating. I just want to thank you very much. So Rich,
you're very welcome.
Yep.
Very welcome.
We're going to let you go now. And
not yet. Come on, it's not 10 o'clock yet.
Is it really fast?
Is it Thursday yet?
Okay, stop. I'm playing my music now. Jeez, I'm playing the pink band.
Victor, we're at 2 hours, 1 minute. 2 hours, 1 minute.
And this is gonna be a 3-parter.
It's a 2-part series.
Victor,
we all gotta go.
Be expensive.
It's just going to be. Just wait till you tell your friends about this.
I can't believe you don't have to be.
You should play this for Mike to tell you. Like, man, that's a damn good show. Why don't we do stuff like that? He's going to say.
I can't keep up with those guys. They know everything.
No, they really.
They know. They have code. They're one phone call away.
Yeah, but they're not as entertaining. Come on.
Did you hear what he just said?
What?
Did you hear what he just said? Say it again, Rich.
Say
one phone call.
Say it again, Rich.
They're one phone call away from any coach in America. Literally.
See?
I mean, they're just so well connected. So they get a lot of information, and they're good about it, how they assemble it.
And we're interviewing the guru, the monster man, the Martian Man guy.
Yeah.
We're interviewing, who's the guy? We're interviewing the ninja, the
Cajun
chef
ninja. Yeah.
Cajun ninja. We don't get any good guests, except for Rich.
Yeah,
and he is our pipeline to some better guests, I think.
I should be having a podcast, shouldn't I? Maybe I'll start a podcast.
If you maybe we need to bring Rich on.
Yeah.
And cut somebody.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I would
we're
step
gonna have
down.
to condense and consolidate a little bit.
Yeah, I would step down.
So as a professional, Rich used to do a show with. Rich used to do a show with my dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Long time on Monday morning. Yeah.
Well, what can
we're
you?
back in 77, 78, 79. Yeah.
What could you commit to?
Dad was unbelievable. He was the best of the best.
Can you make a commitment here?
He
on the show?
Well, I have another question.
Depends on how much chicken you pass around.
I got one more question to ask you.
Go ahead,
Rich. Okay, as a broadcaster, where would you compare? Me with my dad. Our styles. How would you compare the two? If you had to compare them,
they'd put them on the spot.
And please,
my battery's going dead on my phone, so I'm losing you guys.
There's your answer.
Rich, thanks a lot, man. God bless you. Have a Merry Christmas. Tell Nancy I love her. Tell everybody I said hi, okay?
I love you guys.
All right, Rich. Thanks. Merry Christmas,
Rich.
Thank you.
Ricky
Hall of
Parmesan.
Yeah, the Parmesan, the Richie Parmesan. He
had fun at the Feast of the Seven Fishes.
the Saints Hall of Famer. And this is before your time.
I can't believe he stayed on the phone that whole time. I can't believe it.
I know.
He loves us.
He must. I mean,
he loves us.
He is.
At some point, he would have got disconnected or something. But he was with us. I mean, we had a little problem getting him on, but once he was there, he was on the whole time.
Oh, because he's committed. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that to me. Now, he may maim me.
Yeah,
he's gonna be upset.
I wouldn't want to be the king of all podcasting.
Well, you know what?
But you know what? People don't know. We're recording this at night. This is nighttime.
That's why Nick's
currently 9:40 p.m.
and that's why we got Nick
on a Wednesday evening.
That's why Nick is here. So Nick, what can you commit to, Nick? In 2024, 2024.
The thing I could commit to, honestly, is like once kids are in bed, like 9 o'clock, is like when I'm a night owl.
Well, now we got this clean feed thing going.
Yeah, this is nice.
That's here's my question.
And then I don't have to come to Vic's house anymore.
I could even do it from my house.
Yeah.
You could do it from your house, could you?
Yeah, it's just as easy for me to come over here either way.
Well, you don't have to. Anyway, that's not for the audience.
So you're making a commitment. It's not for the audience.
This is for the audience. This is conversation. Is also for the audience. Okay. Here's and we need their help because I'm thinking about doing a New Year's Eve thing.
Oh no!
I'm thinking about doing a live New Year's Eve
Why?
thing again. Just for a couple hours, just for 1 hour.
A couple hours?
1 hour.
A New Year's
1 hour of like
it won't be 1 hour.
Remember we did the New Year's thing in season 1? It might have been season 1.
I know. It was
we had tons
4
of
years
people
ago.
Watching. We had more people watching us than frickin' Dick Clark.
That's not true. You're misremembering, man. You're misremembering entirely, and it's sweet.
Okay.
You had a house full of people.
We had
all right.
We had like 12 concurrent viewers. Like it wasn't.
Now, can we post these pics on Facebook or something if we get the information?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want, Vic.
Yeah, I mean, because we want people to keep track. Because we want people to take our advice on.
I'll make
picks.
a spreadsheet.
Well, here it is. It's what's the date? The 20th. So the first bowl game that we talked about is actually
tomorrow night,
Thursday. So I'll get this posted. It's an over 2-hour show, but you can fast forward, rewind, listen to it again. You know.
Yeah. I wouldn't even.
I would suggest go to the last 10 minutes.
You tell them to play it on 1.5 speed.
That's right. You can speed it up.
You just play it on 1.5 speed. I listen to a lot of podcasts on 1.5.
You have to have a disclaimer in the beginning that says
it sounds like this the whole time you're listening to it. The whole podcast. It sounds like this, and
you can
talking is quick, and then everything goes fast.
Yep. Based on the dates, though, you can break it so they can, get the picks and then pick it up.
Yeah,
and get it. You could do it in 2 shows, or you do a disclaimer saying that it's going to be long. It could be something like that.
My vote is. What do you say, Nick? Nick has a vote, so I say just roll. Them. Just let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, I wouldn't edit it.
No,
I wouldn't
put it up.
It.
Yeah,
there's nothing to edit.
Up.
It's like like a live stream show almost. Yeah.
We have to create an event, though. You have to create one of those events.
Just say
it. With the social media, don't you have to create an event?
What's the event? What is the event?
You create?
What are you talking?
On Facebook, you create an event.
Yeah.
For what?
Well, I know what you mean, but what is the event? The event is
the pick show. The pick show.
Just the show will down. You can download the show.
Download the show, and you don't have to listen to it all at once.
Yeah.
You see?
Well, okay. All right,
because really, I don't have enough time to tell the story about my rental car gets stolen. So, on the very next All Over the Road, the podcast in New Orleans, you'll be hearing how the king of all podcasting's rental car got stolen from right under his nose. Nick, let me tell you, it was just absolutely great having you back.
It was nice to be here.
Yeah.
We can't thank you enough again for the spirit you bring, the pageantry, the color. The pageantry, just
the insight. He's got a lot to say about this thing.
The way you carry fluid, everything. You just bring it in.
I know Nick has no professional broadcast experience, but
you wouldn't know it.
But he's a natural.
He's a damn natural.
I know.
And you know who else is a natural? I want to play.
Who's that?
I want to play this for you.
This is Teddy, the little Teddy, wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from All Over the Road, my granddaddy's podcast.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Kid.
He's a natural.
What a sweet kid.
Thanks for listening. God bless you, man. Check us out. Don't forget to share the show if you like it, because caring is sharing. God bless you.
I'm up at Point Trader Studios, we're bringing it live. And who am I? I go by the name of Darkest Night. And Jada Hoyos is the one who brings a sick beat, to which we're getting pumped for topics this week. So I need to grab my grape soda and take a sip, while I turn it over to Katie, Nick, Ted, and Vic. It's all over. We're all over the road. We got a brand new show, so just lo and behold, from the bayou to the city to the burbs to the swamps, you better know what time it is when you're hearing that.
Caring is sharing. It makes more sense that way. If you care, you will share.
You care, you'll share.
You will share.
So anyway, great show, guys. That was a great show, and I think our picks are very intelligent. And I think people,
Thank you.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I think if they take the advice of these picks, I think that they will make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And have more money for Christmas. And,
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a giant parlay out of each of these and lay $1 on each one and see which one hits.
There you go.
That's a good idea.
There you go. But I'm telling you, Washington's winning the whole thing.
But if you do take the money and use it for Christmas presents, like you just said, Vic, I would wait till I would buy Christmas presents after to make sure you actually have the money. You know what I mean?
Kwanzaa goes all the way to December.
Well, all right, I really got to go.
We got to go. It's late. He's got to.
I got to
Teddy. Hey,
nice.
everything worked great.
Love you, Teddy.
All right,
love you guys.
See you later.
Merry Christmas. We'll talk to you later.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you. Bye.
All Over the Road New Orleans is brought to you by CoinTrader Inc. For real-time prices on gold, silver, palladium, and platinum 24/7, go to goldpricesnow.com. That's goldpricesnow.com.
We thank you all. This is the announcer guy speaking. All Over the Road, the podcast, New Orleans.